Pro Shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
It is 6:06 on a Tuesday morning. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin, where it is time for the first shift. And I'm Marky B reporting. And here on a Tuesday morning, the 6th of August, we start the show with our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a good Tuesday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast, and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin Trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for the first shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
It is 6:09 on a Tuesday morning. The show started right in the middle of me trying to finish my haiku. I'm almost through line 2. Always working behind the scenes, you know, at important things like haikus. Hope you're feeling okay today on a Tuesday morning. I feel good. Do I look good? I don't know. You decide. Time to transition me onto the camera there and get on with the show. It is a day of weather transition to a certain degree, and I think I'll go ahead and start with the forecast since when I don't start with it, I seem to forget it in the early segment of the show. So we'll start with the forecast today. 72 degrees at the start of the show. Winds are calm. I hope you are on this Tuesday morning. And the temperature is not going to move much today. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. I think they're pretty much gone. The streets were wet when I got up this morning. But then again, I shouldn't say they're totally gone because we are in a wide-ranging area here, so you may have a shower in your area lingering this morning early. About the temperatures, it actually says that we're going to see a drop in temperatures over the next 2 hours. We've stayed in the 70s overnight, so we stayed warm. But we are expected to drop to into the 60s, maybe even about 65 degrees by about 8 o'clock this morning. So you may notice a sudden coolness in the air in the next hour or two. Maybe a lingering shower. Things will then bounce back a bit and get back to about 70 degrees today, I guess. I don't really have a high temperature. I guess we're at the high right now, which is 73 this hour. There's a chance of sprinkles tonight. Cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing with a low of about 60 degrees. Going to be a beautiful Tuesday night. An interesting national night out, right? As temperatures will be surprisingly cool for the 6th of August, which is National Night Out, which I'll be talking about during the show today. We'll linger around 70 during the day today and then drop to about 60 tonight. And then as we get into your Wednesday, we start to bounce back a little bit. Sunshine with a high of 76, just a brilliant day for tomorrow. The rain is pretty much out of here for the next several days now, so we can dry up some. Tomorrow night, back down to 60. For Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 81. And then Friday, sunny and 77. Saturday, sunshine and only 74. And on Sunday, sunny with a high of 78. So a brilliant weekend is coming up, and really a really nice week all around. Lots to look forward to. It's that outdoor time of the year. Downtown Farmers Market continues on Friday, and WRMN will be broadcasting live from the Downtown Farmers Market on Friday. Our guy, Matt McNeil, will be the leader on that broadcast, I believe, later this Friday afternoon. He's diligently planning the broadcast and getting vendors ready, and I think he's pretty excited about that. So we look forward to getting out there on Friday and seeing what downtown Elgin has to offer as WRMN does a live broadcast of the Farmers Market on Friday. And on Sunday, we are planning a live broadcast from Hampshire, the parade. They're going to have a Coon Creek Days parade, big festival in Hampshire that I'll tell you about with First Shift 411. And a parade out there Sunday at about noon. And WRMN is planning to broadcast live out there. So we're looking forward to that. And I say thank you to the mayor of Hampshire, Mike Reed. He's been super accommodating. And we've talked on the phone a few times in the last several days. And going to pay a visit out to Hampshire after the show today, Dino and I, and see what Hampshire's all about. Got to stop in and see my friend Vito over at James Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and see if we can get them back on board with WRMN and with America's First Responders Fest for this year. And we'd like to adopt Hampshire as a radio station town, because we can, because WRMN is trying to spread into other parts of Kane County and beyond. So thanks, Mayor Mike Reed. I'm not sure if he's listening this early this morning, but he's been super accommodating in the last several days. 6:15 here at WRMN. So a lot to spread information about with First Shift 411 today. Got some new things in the last 24 hours. It is National Night Out Against Crime. And so I think that'll be our Bender Dental feel-good story of the day today at about 7:05. I'll give you some information about some of your options for National Night Out at about 7:05 this morning. You and me on the show today. That's okay. We have plenty of things to cover. And I'll spread the news to you that I've been gathering over the last 24 hours or so. The big breaking news out of the Daily Herald this morning is sounds like an old school robbery here. I should reach out to Schaumburg Police Chief Bill Wolf, who used to be here in Elgin, to see if he's got something to say about what happened at the Woodfield Mall as burglars cut through the walls of multiple stores overnight, and they got into Marquis Jewelry in Schaumburg, and they stole about $1.5 million of merchandise. That's amazing. That's quite the heist. So I'll see what that story's got to say beyond what I just said. And we'll share some other news with you as well throughout the course of the morning. I got some crime time. Crime time out of West Dundee, an ugly DUI over the weekend. An ugly situation up in Round Lake Beach with a teenage senseless accidental shooting. I guess it was accidental, maybe. I guess maybe if it was accidental, though, murder wouldn't be the charges, so I better wait on that. And
whatever.
Oops, inadvertent push of the button there. That's the button I was looking for. Not the other one.
Whatever.
Not that one. So a couple of crime times for you to spread with you this morning. This story I've been sitting on for a few days, actually, but it's all in line with the dam removal process, and Carpentersville apparently is about to be in the process of pulling out their dam. The dam talk has kind of been put on the back burner here lately, but I'm sure it'll fire back up in the next few months as Elgin makes a decision, South Elgin makes a decision, St. Charles still has to make a decision on whether they want to keep their dams or not on the Fox River. So all those stories I'll share with you in the news today. I mentioned First Shift 411 in about an hour. We'll have our staff meeting, of course, the call to action, brought to you by Comfort Keepers of Elgin. And the official call to action is at about 7:25 this morning, or call to order, which means the staff meeting is everybody's called to order. Everybody plays a big role here on this show. Thanks to Comfort Keepers for being on with the radio station. We're on YouTube this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube, as we always are. And we say good morning early today to No Nickname John, who has bounced back from his late arrival yesterday. And he is the king of YouTube today. He's back on his game, and he's back on his bad joke using Wiggle Your Toes Day, because apparently today is National Wiggle Your Toes Day. So we'll see what No Nickname John has for us in a few minutes when we get into our staff meeting. We do know that No Nickname John has started off the prayer scoreboard today by sending us our first 4 prayers. Big Boss Man also is in on YouTube this morning. Good morning, Marky B and the First Shifters. Have a great day from the Big Boss Man, sending about 20 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. Giving us an early 24. And Cartman Dan is hard at it this morning. The Cartman says, good morning, everybody. Have a great day. It is a beautiful morning. Take some time today to enjoy Mother Nature. Yeah, for sure. Cartman Dan checking in at 6:05 this morning. And you can check in too and subscribe to our YouTube page, WRMN Radio on YouTube. That's WRMN Radio on YouTube. Spread the word about the radio station. You can send a text this morning to the Image 360 information line, which is 505-926-1410. If you want to send a message, the Information 360 in the Image 360 information line, and be a part of our show that way. That's a text number that you can send a text to the radio station. If you're not on YouTube, you're only on your cell phone, and you want to spread some information that way. I'm always looking between YouTube and our Image 360 information line. Image 360 at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Glad to have them on board with WRMN. Thank you for the signage that they have provided us, and they can provide for you. I think I'm going to go visit Matt at Image 360 later on this afternoon and just catch up with him a little bit as we further and build our relationship between WRMN and Image 360. 621 here at WRMN. All right, we'll get to our first music moment in just a moment, but first I have a phone call. 847-931-1410. Early on this Tuesday, let's go all the way overseas, I do believe, and see if this is Derek on the phone. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good evening, Marky B.
Good evening, Derica. How are you?
I'm okay. I was just wondering, do you know if Matt tried to call me earlier today because I fell asleep while waiting for him to pick up the phone, and I was feeling a bit sick. Julie, my friend, she went shopping for me, and I was feeling a bit not so good, and I actually threw up last night, so
Ooh.
I'm all right now. But I'm all right now, but I'm just wondering if Matt tried to answer my phone call and I've fallen asleep.
I don't know. Does Matt call you now?
He does whenever I ring him up, yeah.
You guys have each other.
The phone like you do.
You guys have each other's digits? You call each other on your cell phones?
I don't have his phone number, but he answers the phone on the radio phone.
Oh, I
the
got
radio station phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he did try and get in touch with me, I'd fallen asleep and missed his call. So I'm sorry if he didn't get an answer from me.
Yeah. Matt's the nicest guy in the world, so he'll forgive you. He'll be all right.
Yeah. I was feeling sick. So.
Oh, you feeling better now?
Yeah, I had some chicken and corn soup today.
Whatever you just did with your phone, you muffled yourself and I couldn't hear what you said.
I had chicken and corn soup for dinner.
Chicken and corn soup?
Yeah, it's making me feel better.
Oh, good. Well, now you sound better again. I just heard a little switch over in your phone again. So, well, good. Any big news in Australia you need to share with us today?
Well, I'm watching Outback Truckers.
Okay. Yeah, your phone just went bad on me again.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching Outback Truckers. It's a TV show here in Australia. Comes on every Tuesday night. It's all about truck drivers who drive their trucks in the outback. Yeah.
I hear you're watching TV shows in Australia, but that's about all I can understand that you said. Do you do something? Do you do something to change your phone as in the middle of your talking to me? Do you turn your head, or do you do anything different to make the sound quality change?
No.
Okay.
I'm watching Outback Truckers.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Now you're better. What did you just do? You just got better again.
Yeah, I'm watching Outback Truckers.
Oh, okay.
There's one truck driver who's been at it for decades. His name's Steve, and he drives his truck around the outback just making deliveries. And there's another trucker delivering a house.
A house?
Yeah. It's been cut into 3 pieces, and they're moving a house from one part of Australia to another, and it's on the Outback Truckers show.
Oh, okay. Outback Truckers. That sounds cool. Sounds like a fun show.
It's a reality show, so.
Right.
But it is good.
I like
it's It's showing one other driver. They're water drillers.
Huh.
They go to the outback and drill for water.
Yeah.
Because water is more valued than gold. Water is more valued than gold.
It is?
In the outback.
Wow.
And because if people out there run out of water, they're in real trouble. And this truck driver, he goes to the outback and drills for water in certain places. And sometimes when they're on the road, they drive through a very fine dust called bull dust. And it can be dangerous because it can make the truckers drive blind, and it clogs up the engines, and it's not good.
Yeah. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and reach out to Matt this afternoon when he's on the air. You know, Matt's switching times that he's going to be on the air starting next week.
Yeah.
He's going to be on after me. He's going to be on at 10 o'clock in the morning until 1, our time.
Oh, okay.
So, and then...
He may have been listening.
Yeah.
He may have been listening.
Right. All right. Well, Derek, have a great day. I appreciate you checking in, as you always do.
Yeah, I enjoy talking to you guys on the radio, on the phone.
I enjoy it when you call.
I bet you do.
Yes, I do. All right. Well, have a great day.
All right, then.
All right. Take care.
See ya.
Bye. That's Derica from Australia checking in. 627 here at WRMN. We'll check on our dumb daily holidays of the day. We'll see what No Nickname John's got for us in just a few moments. But on this day in music history, it's a big day, as many days have been for the Beatles, especially back in the 1960s. August 6, 1965, the Beatles released their highly anticipated fifth album, Help, which also served as the soundtrack to their film of the same name. Half of the 14 songs on the LP appeared on the movie, including the title track, which I'm going to play for you right now. 627 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's a ticket to ride.
I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. She said that living with me was bringing her down, yeah. She would never be free when I was around. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure think twice, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure think twice, sure to do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away, yeah. Ah, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure to think twice, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure to think twice, sure to do right by me. Said that living with me was bringing her down, yeah. She
would have to get a ticket to fly and come visit us in the United States, all the way from Australia. 6:30 here at WRMN on a Tuesday. And we are sitting at the hot spot of the day, if you will. I believe we are in the lower 70s right now. Things could be cooling off a bit as we speak. Current temperature 72 degrees, winds are calm, and we're expected to dive back into the 60s over the next couple of hours and then maybe bounce back to about 70 as the day moves on. So we're going to stay on the cool side today, and the mostly cloudy sky, I do believe, will be persisting throughout the day as well. WRMN News Time is 6:31. It is Tuesday, the 219th day of the year, August 6th. Let's win this day. Elgin and the Fox River Valley are open for business. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Here are the headline stories from Elgin newspapers 100 years ago today. Brought to you by the Elgin Area Historical Society.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago, this is the news of August 6th, 1924. Yesterday was a red letter day at the Elgin Audubon Museum at Lord's Park. 600 guests registered at the building and were interested in the large variety of specimens found in the cases. Of this number, 250 were from out of town and represented 11 different states in the Union. The attendance was the largest of the year with the exception of Elgin Day, and so previous advertising plans were used to attract the crowds. The next week, several interesting specimens been added to the collection include petrified buffalo's heart found in the Colorado prairies and donated by Dr. Philip Gillette, and an 8-foot wooden chain card from one piece of wood by a Civil War veteran. There are 4 styles of links, 2 swivels, and an anchor. In other Elgin news, another Elgin news, a 16-year-old Elgin youth who was yesterday confessed to police about the theft of $570 belonging to an Elgin woman was held over in federal grand jury under $1,000 bond when he arraigned before the United States Commissioner Charles Seidel. The youth was unable to post bond for the youth and was taken to King County Jail. After forging the woman's name to the check, succeeded in cashing it at a downtown drugstore. He spent all but a few dollars of the amount on the clothing and refreshments. Elgin 100 years ago was a presentation of the Elgin Area Historical Society, and I am Jerry Turnquist.
That's it for today. Be sure to tune in again for more news from 100 years ago. And don't forget to visit the Elgin History Museum, located in Old Main at 360 Park Street. You can find its hours of operation and programs offered at elginhistory.org.
Hey. Blues Day Tuesday. Good morning to Tennessee. Listening in from Crossville, Tennessee. She just said good morning on the old school way via my cell phone, which is fine. A fine way to communicate with me throughout the day. And so yeah, good morning, Tennessee. Listening in from Crossville, Tennessee on her app. She can watch on YouTube. There are different ways of listening to the program. Aside from the AM dial, I saw Elgin Township Republican Chairman Ed Dring last night, a member of the 7 Letter Club. As a member of the 9 Letter Club, David Tees had his fundraiser for Kane County Board 22 over at Booker's Bar and Grill on McLean in South Elgin. Nice and convenient for me to be able to cruise over there for a little bit and say hey to some of those hardworking Elgin Township Republicans and others in the area that are trying to make a difference in the community. And Ed says he listens in when he drives up towards Gurnee, which I guess is where he works most mornings. And he says howdy, by the way, as he texts me right now. I guess he's listening to the show at the moment. And I was just mentioning Ed because he came to mind because I was talking about Tennessee and the fact that she listens in from Tennessee every day in a different way than just the AM dial. Ed says he can pick up WRMN on the AM dial for a long time as he heads up towards Gurnee, and then he starts to lose it at some point. And I said, well, Ed, you got to download the app then so you can listen on maybe your Bluetooth or another way. Then you can listen from Gurnee or Tennessee. All right, it is 6:41 here at WRMN on this Tuesday morning. You know, it's supposed to be a mostly cloudy day, I heard, but it looks like the sun's trying to make an appearance here this morning, so that would be nice. The temperatures are going to be amazing today. I reached for my sweatshirt when I got here to the station this morning, thinking that I might need it, but so far, I don't really need it. It's still about as warm as it has been every morning, but I think the difference is going to be that we are not going to see any change in the temperature as the day goes on today. That's what's going to make it so amazing to go outside at about noon today and feel, you know, maybe a little bit of a cool breeze here on the 6th of August. So that'll be nice for National Night Out. National Night Out Against Crime. Communities all over the place. Where are you going tonight? There's a lot I can share as we get into the news right now about the different communities. I think what I'll do here is kind of split it up a little bit. I'll do a little bit of information now and then come back during the Bender Dental Feel Good start to the day at about 7:05 and share a little bit more. Or maybe we should just have a two-part Bender Dental Feel Good start to the day, because it's going to be a similar theme. The Feel Good Start to the Day brought to you by Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. Bender Dental. Keep them teethuses white. So you smile and you dazzle everybody in the room. All right. Well, first of all, I guess we'll start with Elgin, since we are an Elgin radio station after all. And Elgin is doing their National Night Out Against Crime in many different ways at a lot of different places. Let's see what it says here about Elgin. It's 6 to 8 officially. Elgin celebrating by encouraging neighborhood parties and then visiting the parties with a team of city officials. The police, the mascots, and the fire department personnel all getting together. Several Elgin police officers will hold and host parties as well. From 5 until 8, Officer Alva at 310 North Spring Street, right around here in the downtown area. Officer Payne at 350 Park Street, and Officer Henke at Highland Avenue Church of the Brethren at 783 West Highland Avenue. And Officer Gallagher at DuPage Court on South Grove Avenue. Officer Ayala at Cornerstone Park at 1540 Mulberry Lane. And Officer Juarez at 1312 Amanda Circle. Central Unit District 301 staff will be participating at the Providence Boathouse location at 3025 Gansett Parkway in Elgin from 3 until 7. So many options, many choices if you're in Elgin tonight. And they're going to have Movie in the Park tonight. The Elgin Summer Movie in the Park at 8 o'clock at Festival Park at 132 South Grove Avenue. A little bit, I don't know if that's surprising or not. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, I guess not. The kids aren't quite back at school yet, right? So they could do that. 132 South Grove Avenue. Join the fun with face painting, bubbles, and chalk before the movie Zootopia starts. Concessions will be available from local nonprofits. Free admission. elgin.gov/1775/summer-movies-in-the-park. That's a little much, isn't it? Well, just know that tonight, 132 South Grove Avenue, near the Grand Victoria Casino at Festival Park. Movies in the park after National Night Out. So that's Elgin. South Elgin has a huge National Night Out. That's kind of where I was thinking I might be tonight. Passing out some flyers and some information about America's First Responders Fest. Tonight's a golden opportunity to do that. And South Elgin is the place where we're going to be on September the 7th. It seems like a logical location to pass out information. But there's so many different places we could, if we had the manpower, hit and pass out flyers tonight. Tonight's a golden opportunity. South Elgin National Night Out, 6 until 9 at Panton Mill Park off of Water Street. In South Elgin, the 41st annual community-wide event featuring family-friendly activities, food trucks, entertainment, and Jim Banky and the boys Smoking Guns performing tonight. They're actually going to have a shuttle service available every 20 minutes from South Elgin High School at 760 East Main Street. The event is free, and it should be fun. SouthElgin.com tonight down at Panton Mill Park right along the river. You might need a sweatshirt. You might not, but it sounds good to say. And you might, actually, as tonight will be maybe in the upper 60s during the National Night Out tonight. Depends on if you're cold-natured or whatnot. If you're thick-skinned, you might not need a sweatshirt, but if you get cold easily, then you may want to carry one with you tonight. It'll feel good to put one on here on the 6th of August. All right, let's see. One more for now, and then I'll move on to some other news, and we'll get back to more of these nights out, with the Bender Dental Feel-Good Story of the Day. How about Bartlett? The 30th Annual National Night Out in Bartlett tonight from 5 until 8:30 at Bartlett Park, Oak and North Avenues. Join the good people of Bartlett for a picnic in the park. For information, go to bartlettil.gov. That's bartlettil.gov. When we continue the Bender Dental Feel-Good Story of the Day Part 2, National Night Out, certainly a feel-good story, as the community links with local law enforcement to celebrate togetherness and celebrate summer and think about school returning. National Night Out. It's become huge, and it's a good thing for unifying all of our communities. More coming up at 7:05 or so. 6:48 here at WRMN. Well, I hate to go from feel good to crap, but I guess we're going to do that now. What time is it? Crime time! Crime time. Ugly situation over the weekend. Deadly Dundee DUI is where we're going now. Deadly Dundee DUI. A Carpentersville man was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol in connection with a Friday night crash in which 3 people had to be extricated from a car with serious injuries, according to West Dundee Police. It wasn't too late at night. It was at about 7:40, so just a little bit after afternoon drive on Friday, when Samuel Garcia, 37 years old, of Wyndham Trail, allegedly drove his Chevy Trailblazer into a parked car in the 100 block of South 2nd Street. Samuel was not finished yet. It's too bad he wasn't finished right there and then, because he fled from the incident where he drove into the parked car. He was drunk, and he was trying to get away from that, and he fled south and struck a sign near South End Park. So first the car, then he hit a sign. Then he turned west as his car was getting more and more banged up, and drove west on Strom Drive and drove through a red light at Route 31, colliding with a Honda Accord and a Honda Civic, according to the police report from the West Dundee Police. 3 people in the Cord had to be extricated from their vehicle. They were taken to area hospitals with severe injuries, and they are now in stable condition, so I guess they're going to recover. That's the good news. 1 person in the Civic was treated at the scene and released. 3 people in the Accord, as I mentioned, had to be extricated. In conjunction with the Kane County State's Attorney's Office, West Dundee Police charged Samuel Garcia, 37, with 9 felonies related to driving under the influence of alcohol, 7 misdemeanor offenses, and 9 traffic offenses. Garcia may still be in the hospital. If he's out, then he's in the jailhouse. It said he would be taken into custody once he was released from the hospital. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to be released from jail or not with all this going on, but haven't heard the final word on that. So that's sad and tragic. I say tragic, but at least everybody survived. It's 6:51 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Blues Day Tuesday, by the way. You'll hear some blues music throughout the morning, under me speaking. It's a favorite day of the week, musically speaking, for Westside Freddie and maybe for Linda Carter and Miss O'Leen, the senior queen of the blues, and FX3, who checks in from time to time and enjoys the blues music that I play. They are the Blues Brotherhood Clubhouse leaders. What does that mean? Nothing. It's just fun radio talk. All the clubhouses and committees that we have here amongst us here in the first shift. The executive committee meeting takes place outside every day right around 7 o'clock. The 3 of our executives are outside right now. Anna, the chairman, director of foreign affairs, who brought some cherries in this morning. She said today's the last day of the strawberry sale over at Butera, $2.99. And then she made the statement that I think about all the time with fruit. Strawberries, you got to eat them fast. They don't last long. Cherries, on the other hand, Anna, the chairman, says they last 2 weeks, and I would say that would be somewhat accurate. I mean, you're pushing it a little bit at 2 weeks, but they certainly have a little lasting power. So if you buy cherries and strawberries, eat the strawberries first. And then maybe the grapes second, then the cherries third. For the sake of longevity. Both for the fruit and for yourself. 6:53 here at WRMN. All right, well, I got more crime times. I guess I'll save them for now. We're running a little short on time here. I want to get into our staff meeting for just a moment here and say good morning to No Nickname John. He's the king of YouTube today, and he's got the really bad Joker pun of the day. Good morning, first shifters. It is National Wiggle Your Toes Day. And No Nickname John says, my toes fell asleep after I wore shoes that were too small. Now they are comatose. Now they are comatose. No, that's not sad. Little baby, that's not sad. You're supposed to laugh. There you go. Way to switch emotions in a heartbeat. And go from crying to laughing out loud. Now my toes are comatose.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop. Now.
Shut up!
No Nickname John. That's a good one, No Nickname John. And, boy, what do I give it on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know what a 10 is. I'm struggling with this whole, what do you give a 10? I mean, it's strong. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to give it a 9. I'm just reserving a 10 for I'm not sure. Something that makes me laugh out loud. Comatose is not bad at all, though. Good job, No Nickname John. And good morning to Linda Carter. She checks in on YouTube today and says good morning and sends a prayer to our prayer scoreboard, LC, in the house, called Chief Anna Lally on her show last Friday. And follows the local scene. Linda Carter says, have a blessed day. So does Captain Keith. He says, have a great Tuesday, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. Captain Keith. Next hour, we'll get to the Image 360 information line. See what you got to say that way. 6:55, and I do have a haiku using Blackhawks Brad's word of the day. BHB checked in old school on the cell phone this morning, and BHB says the word of the day is abrogate. Abrogate. To revoke, to repeal, or do away with. Abrogate. Use that in your vocabulary today, or don't. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad. The eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River. A prayer from Blackhawks Brad, and the American flag, of course, flies too. Prayer number 26 on the prayer scoreboard. Let's win this day, says BHB. All right, here you go. Today's haiku, please repeat after me. Abrogate failure. It is time to find greatness and reach for the stars. Abrogate failure. It is time to find greatness and reach for the stars. $6:48. No, I don't know where I got that. It's 6:56. It's not 6:48. It was 6:56 and 48 seconds, I think, is what threw me off there. Because now it's 6:57, leaving me very little time to squeeze in a song at the end of this hour. So, what should I do here? Let's see. Today in music history, 1974, ABBA scored their first U.S. top 10 hit when Waterloo went to number 6, written specifically to be entered into the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest, after the group finished third with Ring Ring the previous year in the Swedish pre-selection contest. The original title of the song was Honey Pie, and then it became Waterloo. So we'll take you into the top of the hour news with a little bit of ABBA. It's 6:57. A little bit of ABBA, only about a minute. It's Waterloo on the first shift.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
In the mood for some great barbecue but just don't have time to make it yourself? Carry out Coleman's Barbecue on Elgin's East Side at 79 Clock Tower. Coleman specializes in ribs, tips, chicken wings, seafood, and sandwiches with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Try Coleman's Exotic Mild Sauce. It's the bomb. You can also buy sauce in gallon or pint sizes. It's prepared just right, the Coleman's way. Call 224-535-8153.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. The preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead and line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives. For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
.706. Here on the first shift, looked like the sun was going to come out, but it's just going to be a kind of a mix, I think, today of sun and clouds. It did feel, we had our executive staff meeting out front during the top of the hour news break, and it did feel slightly cooler outside, like the humidity is starting to leave the air a little bit. And you might need that sweatshirt today. Our bodies aren't used to it, so we might need that sweatshirt today. We were used to the hot and humid conditions over the past couple of weeks. So, let me see. It's time for the Bender Dental Feel Good Start to the Day, Part 2. Yes, they get a Part 2 today. The Feel Good Start to the Day, brought to you by Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. Last hour, talking about National Night Out Against Crime. We mentioned what's happening in Elgin and South Elgin, but this time around, let's take it out a little further, and we'll start with Kane County tonight. Kane County National Night Out, 6 until 8:30 at the Kane County Sheriff's Office. You want to go to the Sheriff's Office? 37 West 755. Route 38, St. Charles, featuring police cars, fire trucks, drones, helicopters, evidence technicians, the bomb squad, the Office of Emergency Management, SWAT, patrol, police dogs. Wow. That sounds like a pretty action-packed version of National Night Out if you like all the fancy police cars and vehicles and all that. Sounds like they're going to have the best of the best that Kane County has to offer out there tonight. 37 West 755 Route 38. We would love to have a few of those vehicles that they're going to have tonight out at our festival, America's First Responders Fest. And I spoke with Sheriff Ron Hain last week, and he says the Sheriff's Office is back in this time around, and so hopefully we will have some of their vehicles out at our event as well. And you'll probably hear from Sheriff Ron Hain again this year. During the 7th of September, if you come to Panton Mill Park for America's First Responders Fest. So that's Kane County tonight. They will also have family-friendly activities, bounce houses, community vendors, and food while supplies last, it says here. So only eat one hot dog, okay? Campton Hills. I've been meeting a few Campton Hills people here as of late through some of the local politics I'm involved in. And Campton Hills is having their National Night Out 5 until 9 tonight at Congregational United Church of Christ at 40 West 451 Fox Mill Boulevard, featuring the K9 Coda's Last Demo Skates, the Chicago Wolves mascot, Superior Air Med helicopter, an emergency vehicle display, fire department water rescue, touch-a-truck and the drone team, a 60-foot inflatable obstacle course, hot dogs, chips, ice cream, cotton candy. CamptonHills.illinois.gov for more information. That's CamptonHills.illinois.gov. Dean and I are going to pay a visit to Hampshire this afternoon. And Hampshire's going to have their big festival coming up this coming weekend that I'll be talking about more with First Shift 411. But I think soon, Dean and I, or even myself, will have to visit Campton Hills, because I certainly think that WRMN should be associated with Campton Hills. And so many of our great area villages, towns, and cities. Like Carpentersville. They're having their National Night Out from 5 until 8 tonight. Carpenter Park, of course. 275 Maple Avenue in Carpentersville. Seville.org for more information. Dundee Township National Night Out. It also says they're going to be at Carpenter Park, too. I guess they're combining the event. The event's hosted by Carpentersville, East Dundee, Sleepy Hollow, and West Dundee, all combining, as well as the Village of Carpentersville and Dundee Township Park District. Again, Seville.org for more information. Carpenter Park, having a big National Night Out event for all of those villages in that area. Elburn's doing their own thing. 5 until 8 tonight at Lions Park at 500 Fillmore Street in Elburn. Free Reams hot dogs, a DJ, ice cream, bounce houses, crafts, and giveaways. Prizes for police, firefighters, and military costumes. So you can be a firefighter. I guess wear your best firefighter outfit. U.S. National Army National Guard Black Hawk helicopter landing will take place out there at 6 o'clock, too. Weather permitting, it says here, and weather will permit. ElburnLions.com/events for more information. Elburn Lions. If you live out that direction, you want to go to Elburn. National Night Out tonight. Got two more for you. Hoffman Estates, the Hoffman. 5 until 8 at Hoffman Estates Police Department at 411 Higgins Road. Throwing a going-away party for crime. Huh, really? Is crime leaving? I guess crime time will go away as a feature of this show if crime leaves. At least it's leaving in the Hoffman, and you are invited. Enjoy food, drinks, and live music along with police personnel and local business owners. Take tours of the police department and learn about the teen cadet and emergency management programs. HoffmanEstates.org for more information as they kiss crime goodbye. Once and for all in the Hoffman tonight. We'll finish with Larry Jones' side of town out in Huntley. We'll see if he stays local tonight. I would if I was Larry and see what's going on in Huntley this evening. 5 until 7, Town Square on Main Street. Meet your officers and neighbors. Enjoy a night of family-friendly fun. Play family-friendly games with officers. Check out the Huntley Police Department and the Huntley Fire Protection District vehicles and equipment. And before the event, cheer for the blue or the red or both in the annual friendly softball matchup of police versus fire at 2 o'clock today at Veterans Memorial Field in Del Webb. Stick around for the concert in the square at 7 o'clock featuring High Infidelity. Wow. Huntley's doing it up big tonight. Huntley.il.us. All around the area, many choices for you. And I want to mention one more. One more based on our visit to the Eagles Club in Gilbert's on Saturday. I got this information from a gentleman that I met out there, and they're having a National Night Out car cruise tonight. And this will be at Pingree Grove Road. It'll involve the Pingree Grove Police Department and the Carillon Car Club. That's the way they're going to celebrate National Night Out with a car cruise tonight. And Westside Freddy says, "Hey, where's the blues, Marky B? Hey, Westside. I aim to please. Okay? Don't try to boss me around. Tell me what to do." National Night Out. Pingree Grove at 555 Ranking Road at Route 72 in Ranking. They're going to have a cruise night It's in the Pingree Grove Municipal Building parking lot at Pingree Grove, involving the Pingree Grove Police Department and the Carillon Car Club. All makes and models are welcome. They're going to have hot dogs and chips. It looks like hot dogs will be available all around the area. Pick a festival, and you can probably get a free hot dog. Maybe 2, but don't hoard the hot dogs. They'll give you some chips as well with National Night Out in Pingree Grove. And the Culvers of Huntley is going to be hosting a custard eating contest. So save a little appetite for after that hot dog and be a part of the custard eating contest. And I want to say thanks to the Carillon Car Club, as they reached out to me yesterday, and they said they want to be involved with America's First Responders Fest. So we exchanged flyers on Saturday out at the Gilbert's Eagles Club, and I got a phone call yesterday, and the Carillon Car Club said, we're going to pass your flyers out for your event at our event on Tuesday night, and we also would like to be a sponsor in some way or another of your event on September the 7th at Patton Mill Park in South Elgin. So thank you for the phone call. We shall make that happen. 7:16 here at WRMN. That's all a part of community right there, making it a great story or set of events for the Bender Dental Feel Good Start to the Day. Brought to you by Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. And before we go any further into First Shift 411 this morning, can you hold the blues for a minute, please, producer? Thank you. You're welcome. And now it's time to hear from our friends at Bender Dental to tell you more about what they have to offer.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The First Shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the and say that I also hazed
I remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's First Shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 in Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Mazzianos.com. Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644. 7:19 here on the First Shift. I have a little more First Shift 411 I want to share with you. Tonight's all about National Night Out Against Crime. And let me see, a little programming First Shift 411 for you real quick. Let you know that this morning in the 9 o'clock hour, it's our monthly installment of Medicare Made A, B, C, D, E, Z. Danny or Julianne, or the combination of the two, will have that for you. And that'll be in the 9 o'clock hour today, so listen in. Ryan Kilmeade this morning at 10. Sonar's got out to lunch today from noon until 2, and I think today he's going to have some visitors for the For-Profit movie stopping back in for an update. So listen in to Sonar today from noon until 2. Tomorrow, during Sonar's show, he will talk to the mayor of Hampshire, who we're going to see today. And his name is Mike Reed. He listens to the show somewhat regularly, I guess, and we're developing a relationship with that great village of Hampshire. Mike will be in tomorrow, maybe joined by somebody else, and they will be talking about what's happening all through the weekend at Hampshire Coon Creek Community Days. And it all starts on Thursday. And I printed out something from their website to try to use for First Shift 411 today, but it printed so small, my struggling eyes can't seem to make it out too well. And I don't have my cheaters in here, so we may have to save that for the next edition of First Shift 411 next hour, when I can actually go to the website and pull up the same thing that I printed out. They gotta have an interesting website. It's like hccd.org or something for Hampshire Coon Creek Community Days. So I'll check that out and get back to you on a little more information. But you can listen in to Sonar tomorrow during Out to Lunch for Mike Reed and more information about what's going to be happening this weekend out in Hampshire, including a live broadcast of their parade, their Coon Creek Days parade. We're going to carry it for you right here on WRMN Sunday at noon. That's the way they kind of conclude their event. It starts on Thursday night. They have live music and all kinds of other things going throughout the weekend in Hampshire. And it culminates with one more big day on Sunday, which starts with a parade at noon. And so I'll give you more details on all of that. But listen in noon Sunday and maybe catch a parade right here on WRMN and on our YouTube page and learn more about Hampshire. 7:22. One more bit of First Shift programming 411 for you before I move on to a couple of other things. I was at David Tease's fundraiser briefly last night and saw a lot of those that are getting involved in local politics and running for various offices. And congrats to everybody who makes that commitment to try to make a difference. And one guy who was there is a guy that's going to be here on Thursday morning, Eric Stair, running for County Board 16 in Kane County. He and his wife were at the event last night to wish another aspiring board member, David Tease, good luck and support David. Eric was there. And he will be here with Brian Anderson, who was also there last night. And I got to meet Brian Anderson's wife last night. So Brian will be here Thursday morning. It's Kane County Speaks in the 9 o'clock hour. Listening with Brian as your host. I may say a word or two if necessary. I'll probably say the phone number and say, hey, we have a phone call. And maybe if I have something else to say, I'll interject it. But it's Brian. He doesn't need me. He's very well equipped to do the program. And he talks about things going on at the Kane County Board meetings. And he, right now, is in the process of talking to some of the candidates, too. Eric Stair, blue-collar worker. He's a garbage man. He doesn't want to be called the politically correct term for garbage man, whatever that is. I forget. He's a Marine Corps veteran. And he is an Elgin Township trustee, serving alongside of me as a trustee. So Eric's a good man. Eric will be on hand. Learn more about him on Thursday morning. You can call him if you want to during the show and talk to Eric and see what he's all about. It's Kane County Speaks once again this Thursday morning in the 9 o'clock hour, right here on WRMN. All right, what else do I have here? Weekday lineup changes on WRMN. Back to the programming. Well, I guess we're still on programming. Out to lunch shifts from noon to 2 to 10 to 1. Starting next week, right after my show. And Matt will host the program for you. He'll take over middays. Matt McNeil moves back to middays, providing a comfortable lunch menu of news, interviews, community events, and the legendary WRMN Tradio Show back in the lunch hour with Matt starting next week. Democracy Now! From 1 until 2. It's a 1-hour news show. A lot of things are covered, a lot about the presidential race and about other things that are going on here in our country and worldwide. Democracy Now! Moves up 1 hour. It'll be on from 1 until 2 instead of 2 until 3. It's not a local program. It is hosted by Amy Goodman. And then from 2 until 6, Fox Valley Afternoons is what we're calling the 4-hour bonanza of local programming that starts at 2 with Tammy and Friends. Talk time with Tammy and Friends between 2 and 4. Tammy Scully's back. She used to host the radio shopping show. Now she's going to host a regular radio show. And she's incorporating a lot of people and a lot of lifestyle subjects. It'll be an active show. We look forward to having Tammy on the air every day, but starting next Monday from 2 until 4. Sonar moves to Afternoon Drive. He and Friends, meaning Ben Demoni and Boquist and others, on the air from 4 until 6 with information about the Fox Valley news, but also it's a political talk show. You like politics? Sonar is hell-bent and determined to put together a show that goes down the middle. Because so many radio shows, and Sonar is right about this, depending on the radio station you listen to, including this one, have radio shows politically oriented that lean pretty heavily one way or the other. We're going to try to host a locally balanced political and news talk show here in the Fox Valley. It's Fox Valley Afternoon Sonar with a political talk show starting next Monday. And next Tuesday, he's slated to have Gary Rabine, who ran for governor 2 years ago, lost in the primary to Darren Bailey. But Gary's a good man. I liked him a lot. I had him in here on the studio when he ran for governor. And Gary and Andro Lorario, the Kane County GOP chairman, will be together in studio with Sonar next Tuesday in the 4 o'clock hour. So if you want to talk local politics, challenge them, support them, whatever you want to do. They're here to promote a big rally going on, a rally in support of Donald Trump, which is taking place a week from Saturday, and will be in McHenry County at the fairgrounds. You'll hear more about that next Tuesday during that show, but it's not only to promote that. If you want to talk to those guys and find out why they support Trump, why they feel the way they feel about their Kane County GOP candidates, or whatever the case may be, phone lines will be open during that show next Tuesday. And that's Fox Valley Afternoon, starting next week, 2 to 6, right here on WRMN. All right. Well, I will save the rest of this first shift 411 for next hour. I'll see if I can bring up the Hampshire specifics a little more. And I've got movie days coming up this Thursday to talk about at the Marcus Elgin Cinema for seniors. But really, you don't really have to be a senior. You only have to be 50. And we certainly don't consider that senior age. Do we, Sherry Ashenbrenner? Huh? 729 here at WRMN AM 1410. Sherry also sent me some information about some scam information that has come in the last 7 days. So we'll share that with First Shift 411 next hour when it continues. I'll have some more news for you in just a few minutes. Let's quickly do our call to action. Then we'll check some local news at the bottom of the hour with our news service along with sports. Cubs last night, I wouldn't say they were flat. They just got shut down by Minnesota pitching. 3-0 last night at Wrigley Field. The White Sox lost their 21st consecutive game last night on the West Coast against Oakland, 5-1.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
Beyond pitiful. 21 straight games the White Sox have lost. 2 more for the all-time record in Major League Baseball history. They tied Baltimore last night for 21 straight losses Baltimore had back at the beginning of the 1988 season.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
The call to order here on WRMN brought to you by Comfort Keepers. Comfort Keepers of Elgin, their highly trained and dedicated caregivers can help your loved ones stay in the comfort of their home for as long as safely possible. A dream come true from many elders. Comfort Keepers of Elgin. All aboard. It's time for the call to order. And I guess with that, we should stamp the show. Let's see what Tony Cool's got for us this morning. As she stamps the show with our official staff meeting number every day. Staff meeting number 147 today, says Tony Cool. That would be number 1104, ACB, after counting began. The 147th meeting of the year. So let's win this day with exclamation marks like Tony Cool sends us every day. The other bell's just not doing much anymore. We need a new lively young bell. You know what I'm saying? A new lively young bell. 7:31. So before we get into our local news break, let me just check the information line, the Image 360 information line here at WRMN. Image 360 at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. And see if we have any takers this morning. Linda Carter opened the office doors this morning at 12:02, sending us a bunch of prayers to start the show today. LC says, welcome back to a Blues Day Tuesday. And she zaps us 15 prayers for our prayer scoreboard. 41 now on the prayer scoreboard. Good morning to Nando. Hey, Nando. He checks in, says happy Tuesday. Checked in this morning at 1:21 a.m. He's a man who never sleeps. He's one of those. We have a few of those here on the radio station. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Have a great day, everyone. Nando always sending us smiles. CK's back this week, and good to see her. She's probably having coffee with the ladies right now. The executive meeting at the table outside has broken up, and the ladies are off to the coffee shop, I guess. Yesterday was officially Green Pepper Day, National Green Pepper Day, and CK today brought some amazing-looking green peppers. You can't shape them much better than that. So, yesterday we got corn from some dude. I'm not sure who that was, but he dropped by some corn ears for the ladies. And today we have green peppers. It's 7:33 here at WRMN. Comforting Kathleen says, good morning, Mark, and all first shifters. Wishing you all a wonderful and safe Blues Day Tuesday. Sending 8 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. And 8 American flags. And 58 Mike says, good morning, Marky B and all shifters. He checked in this morning at 6:42 a.m. Happy Tuesday to all. 10 prayers where they are needed from 58 Mike. We've got 59 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. All right, 7:34 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Jerry Turnquist is going to tell you about Elgin history from 100 years ago in just a few moments. But now we'll check a little local news for you, and we will do that by giving you the current temperature first. The clouds have, it's gotten a little darker here in downtown Elgin, and things are cooling off. a bit, even though we're still showing lower 70s at the moment. Winds are calm. Hope you are. The temperature is not moving today. Going to stay in the lower 70s, maybe even drift back into the 60s. WRMN News Time is 7:34. It is the 6th day of August, the 219th day of the year. Let's win this day. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec Area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead and line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Here are the headline stories from Elgin newspapers 100 years ago today. Brought to you by the Elgin Area Historical Society.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago, this is the news of August 6th, 1924. Yesterday was a red letter day at the Elgin Audubon Museum at Lord's Park. 600 guests registered at the building and were interested in the large variety of specimens found in the cases. Of this number, 250 were from out of town and represented 11 different states in the Union. The attendance was the largest of the year, with the exception of Elgin Day, and so previous advertising plans were used to attract the crowds. The next week, several interesting specimens been added to the collection, include petrified buffalo's heart found in the Colorado prairies and donated by Dr. Philip Gillette, and an 8-foot wooden chain card from one piece of wood by a Civil War veteran. There are 4 styles of links, 2 swivels, and an anchor. In other Elgin news, another Elgin news, a 16-year-old Elgin youth who was yesterday confessed to police about the theft of $570 belonging to an Elgin woman was held over in federal grand jury under $1,000 bond when he arraigned before the United States Commissioner Charles Seidel. The youth was unable to post bond for the youth and was taken to King County Jail. After forging the woman's name to the check, succeeded in cashing it at a downtown drugstore. He spent all but a few dollars of the amount on the clothing and refreshments. Elgin 100 years ago was a presentation of the Elgin Area Historical Society, and I am Jerry Turnquist.
That's it for today. Be sure to tune in again for more news from 100 years ago. And don't forget to visit the Elgin History Museum, located in Old Main at 360 Park Street. You can find its hours of operation and programs offered at elginhistory.org.
Fox River Valley, I call the place my
boom, 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 boom.
Fox River Valley, no more will this sky roll. I'm the north, south, east, and west, but there's one place I love the best, it's the Fox River Valley,
I call it my home. Quiet, fellas, it's time to go back to the blues. Calm yourself, fellas. You don't need to do a second verse. One verse is enough. Rest a little bit. You guys are up there in age. 7:42 here at WRMN on a Blues Day Tuesday. It's overcast outside this morning. We had a hint of a tease of sunshine last hour, but it didn't last long. It's gotten a little bit darker outside. It feels decent. I just walked out for a split second, and because I wondered if it was raining, because the ladies moved one of the chairs, like they were going to move the chairs indoors or something. No, it's not raining. It's just overcast outside. 7:43 here at WRMN. You heard some news at the bottom of the hour here, and before we get back to our staff meeting, let's hit a little more news for you right now. So this is what I mentioned last hour, and this took place in Schaumburg, I guess late last night. Burglars cut through the walls of multiple stores overnight to get into Marquise Jewelry in Schaumburg and steal merchandise worth $1.5 million.
Wow.
They got some good jewelry.
Wow.
Everything was gone. They did not leave us anything, said owner Asma Anwar. Anwar and Shazad Malik walked into their store at the Woodfield Mall Friday morning, so this was a few days ago, I guess. Breaking news if you haven't heard it here. They found their shelves wiped clean by burglars who had broken in during the overnight hours. It was, I guess, Anwar and Shahzad are a couple. The couple said they were told by police there were 6 people involved after the mall closed for the night, but they said they were not notified about the break-in until the next morning. Schaumburg police said the crime was discovered by a construction worker who entered a vacant store adjacent to the Marquise Jewelry at about 9:30 a.m. Monday. So yesterday morning is when they discovered this. And reported a hole in the drywall.
Wow.
You guys have been watching too many movies. Police said they found the suspects covered one of the surveillance cameras to avoid detection. More disturbing was how the burglars gained access to their store. The couple found a small hole in the wall and later learned from police the burglars cut through the walls of 3 other businesses to get to their jewelry store.
Wow.
Wow, this is certainly a crime time. All right, let's see what else it says in this story. The couple said they have security in their store, and the mall also has security patrolling overnight, so it's unclear why they were not notified sooner. Security in the store, but not in the middle of the night. But they do supposedly have security patrolling overnight. Maybe those fellas were taking a nap. It's a mess. It's a big mess, says Malik. Schaumburg police call the investigation very active, not attractive, and said they are reviewing surveillance footage from multiple sources. And so the discovery took place yesterday morning, I guess. Let's see. I have a couple of... I'm curious to see what they said in the Peanut Gallery about this story. So let's take it to the Daily Herald Peanut Gallery for a moment, where Rob says, all the other jewelry stores in the mall take their inventory and put it in a safe every night. This one did not. They put up plastic tarps on the windows. Rob says, sounds very fishy to me, says Rob. Let's see. Yeah, nothing really clever from the rest of the Peanut Gallery participants. The people that make comments on articles in the Daily Herald. 747 here at WRMN. Well, there will be more to that story, I'm sure. It does seem fairly interesting or amazing that 3 guys or several people could break into the mall and go through several stores and get in and steal all that jewelry and get out. And nobody noticed it, especially if Woodfield has security working in the middle of the night. So we'll see what comes of all this. Maybe something to talk about with Larry Jones tomorrow morning. We'll go Jones in for answers and see what Larry's got to say. He'll be back with me tomorrow morning between 7 and 9. If you want to be a part of the show at 847-931-1410. This is one we might have to go Jones in for answers about to find out more. All right, what else do I have here from the stories? I have other crime times that we didn't get to last hour yet. A very, very sad story out of Round Lake Beach. It's crime time. By the way, this is the last night they will have crime in the Hoffman at their National Night Out party and get-together in Hoffman Estates today. They've announced they are saying goodbye to crime. Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
So no more crime in the Hoffman tonight after National Night Out. The other communities are not pledging this, I guess. And Round Lake Beach certainly would like to pledge this, too, after what happened there last week. Taking it up to good old Lake County, where a lot of crazy things happen. A 19-year-old man being held in connection with the shooting death of a 15-year-old Round Lake Beach girl. who was struck by a stray bullet in their home on the 24th of July, has been charged with felony murder. A charge of aggravated discharge of a firearm also was approved on Monday by the Lake County State's Attorney's Office against Shorbonia Poole Jr. I guess Shorbonia's dad was also named Shorbonia. 1400 block of Killdeer Drive in Round Lake Beach in connection with the death of Valeria Rodriguez. Authorities said an arrest warrant was drafted. Additional details were presented to a Lake County judge who signed the warrant. And Shorbonia, I guess, was in the courtroom yesterday in Lake County. Poole Jr. was initially charged with unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon after police found a semi-automatic pistol and other evidence during a search of his home. Rodriguez was an incoming sophomore at Round Lake High School, sitting at a dinner table at her home at about 9 o'clock in the evening when she was struck by a bullet fired from outside near the house. Valeria Rodriguez died as a result of a gunshot wound to the torso. Crazy. Intentional? Intentional? Felony murder is murder intentional? Interesting. 15-year-old sitting at the dining room table gets shot to death from outside the house by Shorbonia Poole Jr., allegedly. 7:51 here at WRMN. All right, one more crime time for you right now. Then we'll check back in with the staff meeting for a moment, and then we'll hit a song to exit the 7 o'clock hour with. Don't forget, Medicare Made ABCD Easy comes your way this morning in the 9 o'clock hour. Danny and Julianne, or both of them, or maybe Danny, we'll see, have the latest Medicare information for you at 9 o'clock this morning. Brian Kilmeade today at 10 has his show from 10 until noon. The latest on the presidential race. Kamala is picking a running mate today. Who can it be now? That's Men at Work, by the way, an Australian band, if you're keeping score at home. Who can it be now? Who will be the running mate for Kamala Harris? Find out today. Maybe Brian Kilmeade will be able to reveal that by the time his show gets underway. Here on WRMN. Stay tuned for the top of the hour news for the latest updates on that as well. Brian's also, I noticed, was listening to Brian a little bit yesterday. He was covering the stock market crashes that we've been having. The deep plunges of the wall of the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. And that's scaring a lot of people. Scaring me. Is it scaring you? Are we headed for a recession? Brian Kilmeade's got the latest on that, and Sonar was talking about that some during his show yesterday as well. From noon until 2, it's Out to Lunch. Sonar covers a lot of those news stories and very educated on things like that. Good morning to Mark Cool Blue as he passes by the radio station.
Shut up!
Hey! Don't tell me to shut up. I'm saying hi to Mark Cool Blue.
Got me some snack, Jack.
Yeah, that's more like it. Just hang loose, bro.
Got me some snack, Jack. Jive ass dude don't got no brains in it.
Yeah. Mark Cool Blue rolling over to the courthouse here in Elgin where he works every day. 7:53 here at WRMN. Well, I had another crime time, but I think I've blown my time here, so we'll save it for next hour when we get back to more news. Hey, I think I'll have trivia next hour, too. What shall we do today for trivia? Circus tickets? I think Sonar gave me some circus tickets to give away. So let me see. They're sitting over here on this desk. Let me see what that's all about. And maybe we'll use circus tickets as our trivia giveaway in about an hour. I'll come up with a question for you. It's 7:54 here at WRMN. Heading back to YouTube for a minute, we say good morning to the Soto family. Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom, all up in the house this morning. And today they send their standard 3 prayers early and 3 thumbs up. Morning to the Soto family. Thanks for being loyal to the show. Becky Blues become loyal to the show. Good morning, Becky Blue. Happy Blues Day Tuesday, first shifters. Here's some sunshine for you on this cloudy morning from Becky Blue Eyes. Sending us 10 rays of sunshine today. Certified Crazy Kathy says, hi. Hi. Back at you. Dino checks in, the director. God morning, FRV. First shift, Marky B. Yeah, National Night Out. A great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. You may find out more unless, you may find out more unites you than separates you, says Dino. National Night Out all around. Every community pretty much has one. Some communities combine, like they're combining over in Carpentersville with West Dundee and East Dundee, and all having theirs over at Carpenter Park. South Elgin's got its own. Elgin's got many parties going on around the area. And I mentioned during the Bender Dental feel-good start to the day that Kane County's having one, along with Elburn, Campton Hills, and many other communities in the area. Bartlett, too. So get out tonight if you can. 7:56 here at WRMN. On this day in music history, Stevie Nicks in the news. As on this day, if I can find it here, I'm glad when I can find this right on time and waste about 45 seconds trying to find this. Where did it go? Let's see. Stevie Nicks. Well, Belladonna, I can remember. Oh, here it is. 1981, Stevie Nicks released her solo album, Belladonna, while still a member of Fleetwood Mac. The album included hit songs like Edge of 17, Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty, and this song. Stevie Nicks and Don Henley and Leather and Lace right here on the first shift on WRMN from Belladonna.
Is love so fragile and the heart so hollow? Shadow with words impossible to follow. Saying I'm fragile, try not to be. I search only for something I can't see. I have my own life, and I'm stronger than you know. But I carry this feeling when you walked into my house that you won't be walking out the door. Still I carry this feeling when you walked into my house that you won't be walking out the door. Lovers forever, face to face. My city of mountains, stay with me, stay. I need you to love me, I need you today. Give to me your leather, take from me my lace. You in the moonlight with your sleepy eyes. Could you ever love a man like me? And you were right when I walked into your house. I knew I'd never want to leave.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit MilwaukeeZoo.org.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe, because when you talk, they hear you.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead and line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge, proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Clocking out? Drive home with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil on WRMN 1410 AM every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. I bring you the hottest deals in town, the most intriguing stories, and the tracks that take the edge off rush hour. Tune in on 1410 AM. Catch us on YouTube Live at WRMN Radio or stream through our app. I've got the wheel to steer your evening right. WRMN 1410 AM, your home of radio shopping and the soundtrack to your commute.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
By love of food and wellness, Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee encourages you to eat seasonal and clean while still indulging a bit. Whether food is served fresh or wood-fired, nothing is overcomplicated. Mockingbird Bar and Garden promises to give your palate something delicious and new and aspires to be a hive of buzz and activity. Start your weekend with an espresso or complement dinner with wine, specialty cocktails, or craft beer. Visit mockingbirdbarandgarden.com today.
Blast off! As Circus World boldly goes where no circus has gone before. Feel the big bang as Tina the Human Cannonball flies high.
Defy gravity with an upside-down rocketeer, perky poodles, soaring aerial acts, plus camels, llamas, horses, and ponies orbiting the ring.
Jugglers, zany comedy, and space cadet music invite you to Blast Off! To family fun at Circus World.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
8:09, you're at WRMN. Hey, welcome back to another hour of the first shift here on WRMN. Tuesday morning, overcast, a different day, to say the least. Let's start with the forecast. As we swing back into things this hour, and let you know that today, temperature is going to stay very cool and unusual for this time of the year. Interesting to have the combination of this weather with National Night Out Against Crime. It's damn sure better than rain, as the Allman Brothers would say in their song Soulshine. But it's not the heat that we've had in recent weeks, and that might be okay, right? Sit outside, watch some music, maybe go to a great classic car show in Pingree Grove, watch some live music with Smoking Guns in South Elgin at Panton Mill Park. Movie in the park tonight, Festival Park, downtown Elgin. After all the parties going on around the Elgin area. And no matter what community you're a part of, if you spend some time this evening at an outdoor event in your town, you might even wear a sweatshirt and get away with it and feel good about that. Because today, we're going to linger right around 70 degrees. We're at 71 right now, overcast skies, which is slightly cooler than it was at the beginning of the show. There is a slight chance of a shower and thunderstorm, and it says a high of 68. Well, I would say that's wrong because we're at 71 right now, and right now is today. But it says high of 68, so I guess we're going to linger around 70, upper 60s for most of the rest of the day. Tonight, a chance of a sprinkle, cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing with a low of 60 tonight. So a really pleasant night to sleep, maybe open up the windows for a minute and give the air conditioning a rest. Tomorrow, sunshine with a high of 76. Back down to 60 tomorrow night under a partly cloudy sky. On Thursday, mostly sunny. We're back to 81 degrees. And Friday, sunshine with a high of 77. We stay in the 70s over the weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 74. And Sunday, sunshine with a high of 78. So you best take it outside. How about that? We got a beautiful set of days in store, and the rain, thunderstorms that we kind of have had threats of for the last couple of weeks here and there, sometimes have gotten heavy, are going to disappear. We're going to dry out for a little bit. 8:12 on this Tuesday morning as we make our way towards the school year. And not too far away from the NFL season. I guess there's still almost an entire preseason to play. The Bears have played the only preseason game so far, and that's because it was a Hall of Fame game. All the preseason action starts this weekend. Baseball season continues, and it can't end soon enough if you're a White Sox fan, as they have now lost 21 in a row to fall to 27 and 88 on this season.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
The Cubs are much better, but they're not much better than we wanted them to be. In fact, they're worse than Cubs fans wanted them to be this season. As they continue their mediocrity, losing to Minnesota last night 3-0. The Cubs are, what's their record, 55-60 or something like that?
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
They do have the White Sox on their schedule again, coming up this weekend, I think. Well, watch the White Sox end their losing streak against the Cubs. Isn't that the way things go for us Chicago sports fans? Well, the White Sox and the Cubs, I think they play a 2-game series. And I was watching the Cubs game last night for a while, and their announcers did say that the schedule is favorable for the Cubs the rest of the season. If they can get their act together, the schedule is set up where they could make a nice run if they can beat bad teams. if they can beat bad teams. But can they? They'll probably go 500 against the bad teams, too, because as George said to me the other day, they're a 500 team. No more, no less. All right, 8:14 here at WRMN. On this Tuesday morning, let's touch on a little bit more First Shift 411 for you. If you're free and you don't have to work in the morning, if you want to go see a movie in the morning, the next movie day at Marcus Elgin Cinema is coming up on Thursday. This Thursday morning at 111 South Randall Road. It's $3 for members, $5 for non-members. Members of what, you might ask? That means you would have an account over at Elgin State Bank. I do. So it would cost me $3. The doors open at 8:30, and the meeting begins at 9. And usually somebody speaks for a few minutes. Sometimes, more than likely, more often than not, it's Sherry Aschenbrenner. But sometimes she brings a guest on. And let's see. Actually, at 9 o'clock this Thursday morning, in the IMAX Theater, the bank staff will introduce some senior trips and upcoming seminars that the Elgin State Bank is taking part in and putting together. So find out about some of the programs going on and coming up at Elgin State Bank from 9 until 9:30. And then the movie begins at 9:30. And this month, the movie is Twisters. I'd like to see that movie. Twisters. The movies are bi-monthly. And Twisters is an action thriller. It's rated PG-13 for intense action and peril. Whatever that is. Some language and injury images. It runs 2 hours and 2 minutes if you're keeping score at home. And it stars Glenn Powell, Kiernan Shipka, Anthony Ramos, Daisy Edgar Jones, David Corenswet, and Maura Tierney. Haunted by a devastating encounter with a tornado, Kate County, check that, take two, Kate Cooper gets lured back to the open plains by her friend Javi to test a groundbreaking new tracking system. She soon crosses paths with Tyler Owens, a charming but reckless social media superstar who thrives on posting his storm-chasing adventures. As storm season intensifies, Kate, Tyler, and their competing teams find themselves in a fight for their lives as multiple systems converge over central Oklahoma. Sounds exciting. And coffee and a donut make it more exciting. They are complimentary. You can call the movie hotline, number of 847-888-7976, to find out what the movie is from month to month, but I just told you what's coming up on Thursday. Twisters. But that movie hotline is 847-888-7976. And if you have any questions, call Katrina at 630-933-8631 at the Elgin State Bank. All right, so that's coming up on Thursday morning. How about a little scam information? We always get information sent to me by Sherry Aschenbrenner. Cheeseburger. Sometimes she gets her information from Steve Burness from the Chicago Better Business Bureau, who joins us about twice a year or so on this program. Let's see. Did you get a text from a number that you don't know to meet for coffee? Stop. That's a scam. Apparently you don't have a new friend that wants to meet you for coffee. When are you free for coffee? Long lost friend or a scammer trying to get you to respond? You get a text from a message you don't know, asking when you're free to catch up over a cup of coffee. Don't perk up just yet. That invitation for a coffee date might sound like it's from a friend you've lost touch with, but it's probably just a scammer looking to start a conversation with you. Not sure how to respond? How about don't? That is the short answer. I got the answer right. The short answer is don't. Keep reading to find out why. Okay. I'm going to keep reading to find out why right now. Scammers will say just about anything to get your attention. In this case, they might text you and ask if you want to meet up for a cup of coffee. If you respond, maybe by telling them they've got the wrong number, you're letting them know that your phone number works, which could lead to more calls and texts from the scammer. Or worse, they might say something else to keep the conversation going. They might apologize, then pitch you a scam, maybe by asking if you're interested in learning about a secret way to make big money using cryptocurrency.
Wow.
That's always a scam. The best way to handle the situation is to slow down. Don't respond to unexpected text messages like this from unknown phone numbers. Some messages from unknown numbers might be legit, but this is not your doctor's office confirming an upcoming appointment. Copy the message and forward it to 7726, which is spam. This helps your wireless provider spot and block similar messages in the future. Scamformation. All right, I haven't found that Hampshire website yet. Didn't have a chance to get to that, so we will put that off a little bit longer, only to let you know that tomorrow Mike Reed will be here, the mayor of Hampshire, to give you an update on Hampshire in general, but also to talk about the Coon Creek Country Days coming up this weekend. Coon Creek Country Days, it starts off at 6 o'clock on Thursday night. Food vendors, a carnival, beer garden, and Smokin' Guns. Busy week for Smokin' Guns. They're going to be at South Elgin tonight from 6 until 9, and Thursday night they'll be at Smokin' Guns. My eyes are actually reading this a little bit better this time. Friday, more of the same. It all starts at 6 o'clock. And the Semple Band will be the first band from 6:30 until 8:30. And then from 9 until midnight, it's Infinity. That's on Friday night. Let's see. Saturday, all the events start at noon and go on throughout the day. They'll have a carnival from 5 until 11 Saturday night. Beer garden, of course, from 1 until midnight. And they're going to do a little country on Saturday night, starting with Trending Time from 2:30 until 5:30. Backcountry Roads from 6 until 9. Fireworks at 9:10 Saturday night. And then from 9:30 until midnight, a band called Wedding Band. And band is spelled B-A-N-N-E-D, like wedding band. Ain't gonna have one. That's Saturday night in Hampshire. Sunday, a big parade at noon downtown. We're looking forward to that. We're going to do a broadcast of it. We're going to step out to Hampshire on Sunday and broadcast the parade from noon until, I'm guessing it'll be over with before 1. That's what Mike indicated to me, their mayor. They're going to have a free corn roast from 1 until 2:30. And let's see, live music from the Mackenzie O'Brien Band from 1:30 until 4 Sunday. The festival is over by 5 on Sunday. Good idea. The Mackenzie O'Brien Band, 1:30 until 4 Sunday afternoon. And a free corn roast, which starts from 1 and rolls until 2:30 right after the parade. That's in Hampshire. Coon Creek Country Days coming up this weekend that I was told yesterday by Larry and by others that next weekend is the big Hampshire car show. So I'm not sure if we're going to do Hampshire 2 weekends in a row, but I'll certainly talk about the car show. That is supposedly a really, really cool car show. I got to get some information about Sycamore. For this weekend, they're having their Steam, what's it called? I don't know. the festival in Sycamore all weekend long, this weekend as well. I don't have any First Shift 411 to page to at the moment. 824 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Okay, one more quickie here. I mentioned next Tuesday, Gary Rabine is going to be on with Sonar on his new show, A Political Talk Show, from 4 until 6. Gary ran for a Republican candidate for governor about 2 years ago. Against many opponents. It was a wide-open primary. I'm trying to remember some of the names. Richard Irvin from Aurora and Gary Sullivan from downstate. Paul Schimpf ran in that race. And Gary Rabine and the winner, Darren Bailey. Darren Bailey went on to lose to J.B. Pritzker in the general election. But Gary's still around. He's still working hard in local politics, and he'll be on next Tuesday. He's the host for the big rally, the Save the American Dream Trump rally going on the 18th of the month, a Sunday, 12:30 until 6. It's going to be at the McHenry County Fairgrounds. It's one day prior to the Democratic Convention. And if you want to find out more about the event, the information that I have right here, the website, is paradingfortrump.com. Paradingfortrump.com, I guess, to purchase tickets to this rally. There'll be a parade prior to the rally that'll be going all the way up Route 47. Should be an interesting day. And that'll be a week from Sunday. All right, 826 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We got to finish our staff meeting. I'll do that. We'll hit you with other couple of news stories I haven't gotten to yet this morning. And we'll have our bottom of the hour news coming up in just a moment. Last time around, I played a little piece of Leather and Lace. Thank you, Steve Thorin, by the way. He has sent me a text to let me know that it's called the Sycamore Steam Show. I can never remember the name of it because it's called the Sycamore Steam Show. It's not a typical name for a festival. It's called the Sycamore Steam Show and Threshing Bee. And it goes on all weekend in Sycamore, a huge flea market. Lots of food, lots of vendor booths, and classic cars, and lots of trains and tractors and all kinds of fun stuff. And I'll try to find out more about it for you tomorrow or Thursday and share it with you on First Shift 411. Thank you, Steve. Sycamore Steam Show and Threshing Bee, the official name. All right, let's see. David Tees checks in. Mr. T. Not sure if that's going to be his permanent nickname, but I'm trying to come up with a nickname for everybody, you know. And David said that the U46 schools start August the 13th this year. Today's the 6th, right? So a week from today is the beginning of U46 starting their school year. The commander, Mark Smith, checks in. American Legion, Post 57, 820 North Liberty Street, Elgin. And he commented on the song that I played at the end of the last hour with Stevie Nicks and Don Henley, Leather and Lace. He said, Leather and Lace is one of my favorite tunes. Interesting with the love story of Stevie and Don Henley. And I said back to the commander, I said, you're such a softie like me. I like ballads and love songs myself a little bit. But anyway, I said, I don't know their story. And so the commander shared this. Apparently they were a thing back in the day, Stevie and Don Henley. What happened? Nicks went on to date the Eagles drummer and vocalist Don Henley. And then she had an affair with Fleetwood Mac drummer Mick Fleetwood while in a relationship with Henley.
Loser.
Calling Stevie Nicks a loser?
Loser.
I guess you are.
Loser.
but she managed to remain friends with Don Henley. And years after their breakup, they released the duet Leather and Lace. What a love story. 8:29 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, some bottom of the hour news on the way in just a couple of moments. Let's send you into it by playing you a great song, an inspirational song, I think. And it's because back on this date in 1939, American soul music singer, songwriter, arranger, and record producer Sonny Sanders was born. 1939. He formed the Satin Tones in Detroit in 1957, becoming the first vocal group signed to Motown. And he released their first record, Going to the Hop, Motor City, in 1960. He later arranged songs on many hits. And one of the many hits that he arranged was this song by the legendary and the great Jackie Wilson, Higher and Higher. Sonny Sanders died October the 12th, 2016, if you're keeping score at home. Here's Jackie Wilson now on the first shift.
Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love keep on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and he soon departed, and you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keep on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher. All right. I'm so glad I finally found you. Yes, that one in a million, girl. And now with my loving arms around you, honey, I can stand up and face the world. Let me tell you, your love keep on lifting me higher, higher and higher. And I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher. Now suck it. Come on back, lift me up, woman. Keep my love going higher and higher. I said keep on lifting, lift me up, woman. Keep on lifting.
Jackie Wilson. And your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. 8:33. "71 degrees at last check. We're going the wrong way today, but not far. We will hang around 70, maybe upper 60s over with an overcast sky for most of the day today. Interesting, but nice, cool night for a National Night Out Against Crime. WRMN News Time is 8:34. Today is the 6th of August. Good morning. Thanks for listening to the first shift.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Open Book joins the WRMN lineup every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. Tune in to Open Book with the Gale Borden Library as their team brings you the features and events the library offers. Educational, informational, and timely. Open Book includes the services Gale Borden Library offers, like the summer reading program. That's Open Book every Monday at 1 p.m. with the Gale Borden Library. Brought to you thanks to KCT Credit Union, where your financial well-being is their top priority.
Experience the natural side of Wisconsin Dells this summer at Land of Natura, now open. It's the first natural theme park and water park of its kind. You have to see this one. This 150-acre park is for all ages and includes Water World, America's largest floating water park, plus more than 10 attractions, dining, and much, much more. There's so much to do there. Land of Natura in the Dells, where fun comes naturally. Reserve your pass at landofnatura.com today.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
And when like Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, Brian has these little competitions.
Wow.
People bring up and they gobble like a turkey, and whoever gets the most votes for the best gobble off, they win a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Really? Wow. That's a great idea. That's a great radio contest. Derek has given us some great ideas here.
That's
Larry.
right.
Yeah.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
$8:39 on a pretty good day for a Blues Day Tuesday. Little birdies are jumping around in the street here on Douglas Avenue. They're looking for something to peck at, I guess, and eat. And they're probably wondering what's up with this weather. It has a fallish look about it this morning. And as we make our way through this hour, our current temperature, let's see if it's still showing 71. Yeah, it is, but it's right around 70. We'll dip to the upper 60s. Nice cool feel about today. It's 20 before 9 here at WRMN. We got trivia coming up to end this hour today. And I got 4 tickets for the circus. If you want to go. St. Charles, Kane County Fairgrounds, August 15, 16, 17, 18, Thursday through Sunday. Go to gardenbroscircus.com to find out more about this circus, I guess. Garden, B-R-O-S, circus.com. The largest circus on Earth, and Earth is a fairly good-sized place. It's the all-new 5-ring circus, and I have 4 tickets. So call in about 8:50 this morning for your chance if you think you could make it to the circus. I got a 4-pack for you coming up at 8:50 with trivia. Just found me a question, going back to the archives, and I am ready to go for that. 8:41 here at WRMN. We're going to finish our staff meeting in just a moment. Let's get back to a story or two. Crime time once again. We've been making our way slowly through the crime times today. What time is it? It's crime time. Well, I was sifting through this story trying to figure it out yesterday. Let me see if it's a little more clear to me now since it's morning time. 2 men charged with an April armed robbery had taken photos with a Naperville man and the $11,000 that he had collected in a settlement. Moments before pulling out 2 handguns and shooting the Naperville man. Hey, how about that, bro? You won $11,000. Congratulations. Let's get him. No, now we've won $11,000. Canyon Hardy, age 19, of Chicago, was arrested in late July and faces 3 felony armed robbery charges for the April 16th attack. Another teenager who was a juvenile at the time of the incident is charged with aggravated robbery with a firearm, released in May on electronic monitoring to his sister in Lisle. According to a motion to detain Hardy, he accompanied the teen to a house on the 2500 block of Leach Drive at 1:30 in the afternoon, April the 16th. The 22-year-old man who lived at the residence invited the teen into his home and ordered an Uber ride from the teen's residence to his home in Naperville. The teen showed up at the home with Hardy. The 3 men took pictures together with $11,000 in cash that the 22-year-old man had just received in a settlement. The teen and Hardy then said, "Thank you very much. Look at what I got. Handgun. Look at what I got. Handgun. We'll take that cash, but I guess the man who had won the $11,000 in cash wasn't about to give up without a fight. During the brawl, the 22-year-old man was shot in the leg. The two men fled the area, prompting a soft lockdown for nearby schools, including Nequa Valley High School. A pretrial detention scheduled for Monday was moved to August the 16th after Hardy's private attorney withdrew from the case. He said, "No, I ain't doing this with Mr. Hardy." So instead, Will County Judge Amy Bertani-Tomzak has assigned a public defender to represent Hardy, who remains at the Will County Jail. Canyon Hardy, age 19. Don't flaunt your cash in front of people, especially those who, might be a bit sketchy. Maybe you don't know them so well. Maybe you don't know them as well as you think you know them. Maybe they're not the friend you thought they were. 8:45 here at WRMN. More dam talk coming up in the next few months. Dam talk. But in the latest story last week, Carpentersville is going to remove their dam. And work to remove the Carpentersville Dam on the Fox will begin later this month. According to the According to the executive director of the Forest Preserve, got a little something caught in the throat there, sorry. Take two. Is the water nearby? Time for a water break. Enjoy the blues. Okay. It's always lovely when that happens. I think I'm back. Take two. So the Carpentersville Dam on the Fox River is going down. The executive director of the Forest Preserve District of Kane County says so. The district has obtained the necessary permits from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, Kane DuPage Soil and Water Conservation District, and Kane County Water Resources. Removal work is expected to take about a month. The dam is a part of Kane County's Fox River Shores Forest Preserve. Demolition plans began years before the Army Corps of Engineers issued a report in 2023 recommending that 9 other dams on the Fox also be removed, including those in Elgin, South Elgin, Aurora, and St. Charles. However, after questions arose about what would happen to the riverway with lowered water levels, wider banks, sediment shifts, and other changes, the agency is doing more research before proceeding. But I guess the Carpentersville Dam is going to be torn down as planned. The Forest Preserve District is committed to the plan because of what it means to the river, says Executive Director Benjamin Haberthur. It took some time to get here, but taking Carpentersville Dam out will be a huge benefit for both recreation and conservation, he said. Once the dam is removed, the Fox River will be free-flowing from Algonquin all the way to Elgin. This will allow the public to safely boat, kayak, or canoe in this area without the safety concerns of the dam and or having to portage around it. So we'll see. Looks like the Carpentersville Dam is coming down. And in the next few months, we'll figure out what's happening with Elgin. I guess in the next few months, we'll figure out what's happening with Elgin, South Elgin, and St. Charles. At least, right? Am I forgetting some? 8:48 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. We'll see what the buzz is all about in the Beehive. We have a couple of more minutes here to salute our great first shifters as they join us every day here on the show. Good morning to Dino. He said, God morning, FRV, first shift. It is National Night Out. And I'll be seeing Dino here in just a little bit. We're going to make a little road trip down the road to Hampshire this morning to say hi to a few people and introduce ourselves to maybe a few businesses in anticipation of our broadcast Sunday at the parade in Hampshire. We got Amboy Jeff checking in. We haven't broadcasted from Amboy yet, but you never know. Maybe one day. Good morning, First Shifters and Marky B. Everybody have a great day. Amboy Jeff checking in from Amboy, Illinois. Dennis D. Not So Young says, good morning, First Shifters. Have a great day. The Nightmare on Elm Street checking in. Certified checked in earlier this morning when Derica called. You know, they're kind of two peas in a pod all the way across the world. Hi, Derica. Hope you get well soon. Great questions, Mark. Yeah, I'm an amazing interviewer. But only Certified knows that. Or only Certified thinks that. And she said, yes, she's hard to hear today. Derica's phone kind of comes in and out. That's annoying. When you can hear her good, she's amusing and entertaining. And when the phone gets really muffly, it's just not even worth keeping on the air not because we don't want Derica on the air. We just can't understand what she's saying. It's hard enough when we're trying. She's got an Australian accent, you know. But she did say good morning, Marky B, today, didn't she? Wonderful Wilma checks in. Good morning on a Blues Day Tuesday. We've got musical instruments everywhere and musical notes from our friend, wonderful Wilma Cash. She says, good morning to our First Shift friends. Have another great and blessed day. The wonderful one checking in. All right. And Basic Brendan checks in this morning. He says, good morning, WRMN listeners. I'm Brendan.
Wow.
Good morning, Brendan. My name is Mark.
Wow.
And if anybody else wants to say their name to Brendan, you know, get in on the chat on YouTube. And so thanks, everybody, for checking in on YouTube today. On our Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. We have Sensational Shelley checking in. What a beautiful day it's going to be. Every day is a beautiful day to the sensational one. She's the queen of positivity. And she sends us what appears to be 10 prayers for the prayer scoreboard. 72 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. All right, let's see. The commander, Mark Smith, checks in from Pittsburgh this morning. Happy Tuesday, shifters. The Queen of Hearts was not drawn last night in American Legion Post 57. Card number 13 was picked. It was the Jack of Clubs, and $100 was paid to the winner. Have a great national night out. Visit Henke on Highland, who also has a car show going on with his night out tonight. How about that? It's Henke on Highland. Last year, a Batmobile replica was driven in and on display. Have a great day. Where on Highland is that, Commander? I guess I could go to the Elgin Police Department Facebook page and find out. Let me see. Do I still have that handy from earlier today? I think I might. 783 West Highland. I did have it. Never mind, Commander. I got it. Officer Henke at 783 West Highland Avenue at the Church of the Brethren. We'll be there from 5 until 8 tonight, and I guess they'll have a car show as a part of his National Night Out Party tonight. All right. Finishing up our information line, our Image 360 information line, before we get to trivia. 8:53 here at WRMN. Sonar has checked in this morning. He of A Political Talk Show. It starts next week from 4 until 6, a part of Fox Valley Afternoons. Says that Waltz has been chosen as the vice president pick. And so we'll have more on that this morning with Brian Kilmeade, as he has his show this morning from 10 until 12. Tim Waltz, the governor of Minnesota, has been chosen as the vice presidential candidate alongside of Kamala Harris on the Democratic side. So thanks for that tip, Sonar. Top of the hour news. We'll have more news on it, and so will Brian Kilmeade this morning. Get his breakdown on Tim Walz, the Minnesota governor, this morning, when Brian's got his show from 10 until 12, and then probably more with Sonar during Out to Lunch today. But Sonar is also going to have some guests for you from the movie For Profit. 8:54 here at WRMN. Downtown Jose checks in this morning. Thanks, Downtown Jose, for checking in. And Mike Reed checks in, the mayor of Hampshire, who we're going to see a little later. And he says thanks for the kind words this morning. Sarah Haberfield will be joining us tomorrow. So it will be Mike Reed and Sarah Haberfield on the show with Sonar and Out to Lunch tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 to talk about the Coon Creek Country Days coming up. It all starts tomorrow, actually Thursday, in Hampshire. All right, 8:55. We better get to trivia. 847-931-1410. We'll go straight to it since we're down to 3 minutes until the top of the hour. Call now if you're interested in these circus tickets. 847-931-1410. Free tickets, have 4 of them. Circus, Kane County Fairgrounds. Next Thursday through Sunday, August 15th through the 18th. And the question this morning, taking it deep back into Elgin history from, well, a couple of years ago, 1871. It was a long time before there was an OSHA, and the Elgin National Watch Company employee named Miss Tyrell lost something when it got caught in factory machinery. What did Miss Tyrell lose in the factory machinery? Did she lose the watch she had just been given for her upcoming retirement? Did she lose her right pinky finger? Ah! Did she lose her left arm? Or did she lose her scalp? Hey, that's not funny. 1871, what did she lose, Miss Tyrell? In the old, in the factory machinery back in 1871. 847-931-1410. I got 2 callers on the line. Let's see if we can find a winner. They're both non-identifiable at this time. I've rolled a 3. A 3 is a 1. A 1 is this caller. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hi, Mark. Good morning.
Hey, Sidekick Susan. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh, I have 2 possible answers. I'm going to go with B.
Sidekick Susan says B. Miss Tyrell lost her right pinky finger in the machine. Our survey says Sidekick Susan is a
loser.
Aw.
Loser. Oh, I know it wasn't another answer.
Thanks for trying, Susan.
You're welcome. You have a good day. First shift is you too, Marky B. Happy shifters.
All right, you guys take care. All right, Downtown Jose, Sidekick Susan, they go down trying. But at least they're not quitters. They fight every time. All right, 2 more takers here. Let's take this caller. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hey, good morning. This is Joel.
Hey, Joel. What do you think, buddy? Did she lose her watch she had been given for her upcoming retirement? Did she lose her left arm, or did she lose her scalp?
She got scalped.
She got scalped, says Joel. Our survey says you are correct. She did get scalped. You must have known that answer, huh, Joel?
I don't know. It seems to rung a bell, but...
Okay. All right. Well, I'll set aside the 4 tickets to the circus for you, okay?
Okay, thanks. I'll be down to get them one of these. When can I get them?
Well, Saturday 9 to 3 is the best day, but if you let me know some other time during the week, maybe I can meet you at the door or something.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, buddy. We'll talk to you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. There you have it. That's Joel by the Riverside. He says, yes, Miss Tyrell was scalped in 1871. Ouch. It is coming up on 9. Danny's here. Medicare made A, B, C, D easy coming up next hour.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Are you getting ready to clock out for the day? Get ready for the ultimate midday pick-me-up. Cruise home with the Midday Drive with Matt. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Join in as I bring you the hottest hits, engaging conversations, and your daily dose of entertainment. From trending topics to local happenings, I've got your afternoons covered. We hope you'll enjoy the ride with the Midday Drive. Tune in on WRMN AM 1410 and drive your day with the Midday Drive. Every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. right here on WRMN. The voice of the Valley, the talk of the town.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. The preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead and line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty.
Kids will find buried treasure this summer as they climb aboard the pirate ship and pretend they're sailing the 7 seas. Pirates Cove Children's Theme Park in Elk Grove is designed to encourage exploration and imagination for children from 2 to 9. There's so much to see and do, like Barnet's Bay Boats, Camelot's Castle, Pirates Plunge, Safari Express, Soarin' Schooners, and so much more. Wearing socks and gym shoes for safe play is advised. For more information, visit elkgroveparks.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's 9:06 here on the first shift. Final hour of the show will be Medicare made A, B, C, D easy, coming your way in just a few moments. Danny's going to be here to deliver you all the important information that you need. And in the meantime, we're going to deliver you some news information. As we start this hour, we have dipped back to 68 degrees and overcast skies. And you're thinking, 68 this time of the day. Usually maybe about average, but not today. It's going to stay that way. About 70 all through the day. A rare, cool day on August the 6th for National Night Out Against Crime. But not a bad night to get out. At least it'll be dry. WRMN News Time is 9:06. It is the 6th of August. Welcome to the final hour of the first shift. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. Congratulations are in order for Commander Dave Lesko of the Elgin Police Department, retiring after 27 years, living a legacy of dedication and service. The community celebrating his contributions and wishing him a joyful retirement. In Elgin, 11-year-old Genesis Hall, who is autistic, went missing on Sunday. Thankfully, he's now been safely located and reunited with his family. The Elgin Police Department thanking the community for their efforts in helping the search. Kane County is welcoming students back for the 24-25 school year, with districts like Batavia and Elgin getting started on August 14th. The Regional Office of Education making the announcement that over 1,686 educators are working for Kane County this year. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Schaumburg Boomers fans, reserve your next group outing at info@boomersbaseball.com or call 847-461-3695. We offer cater picnics, luxury suites, birthday packages, the left field party deck, and the Schaumburg Club. Go to www.boomersbaseball.com/schedule to check out the season's remaining games and giveaways, including 80s nights, meet and greets, Park in the Park, and Fan Appreciation Night.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The A's beat the White Sox 5-1 last night. Chicago's lost 21 straight. That ties an American League record set by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. The National League record since 1900 is held by the 61 Phillies, who lost 23 in a row. The Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0 at Wrigley Field Monday. 5 straight wins for Minnesota as they pull within 3.5 games of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. David Festa struck out 9 over 5 full, just 2 hits allowed. Meanwhile, Kyle Hendricks suffered the loss for the Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs today. He's got 3 straight no decisions. The Twins will go with righty Pablo Lopez. The preseason continues for the Bears this Saturday. They'll take on the Bills in Buffalo.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Getting ready for back to school at Macy's is all about fresh starts and new looks, making it one of summer's greatest hits. Save on must-haves like cargos, mini dresses, jeans, and more that'll hold up from the first day of school to the last. Plus, you'll find all the top quality brands you love, like Nike, Jordan, Levi's, and the all-new Epic Threads. Shop Macy's and make the first day back the best one yet. Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead and line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin.
Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
At Knucklehead's Trampoline and Indoor Amusement Park in Wisconsin Dells, you're in for a fun-packed family experience. There's a bit of something for everyone to enjoy, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. A trampoline park, full arcade, cosmic bowling lanes, and many amusement rides located in their 80,000 square foot indoor entertainment facility. A great attraction for team building activities or just plain fun. Open daily at the outlets at the Dells Complex in Wisconsin Dells. Contact Knuckleheads at 608-254-7332 or visit their website at knuckleheadspark.com.
All right, it is the 9 o'clock hour, and it is time for Medicare Made ABCDEZ today. Time for the monthly information you need in your Medicare world. And for that, we bring on Danny. He's back. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Good, great. Enjoyed my time off, and now I'm ready to get back to work.
Flying solo today on the show.
Yeah, flying solo. I took some time off. Now Julian and Eric have some time to take off, so we like to do this in the summer. So it works good for us.
I hear you.
Okay, so if you want to go to YouTube at WRMN Radio, you can actually watch us as we're actually doing the morning report on Medicare Made ABCDEZ. And our website, it's ddginsurance.com. The reason why we kind of changed that, because we do a lot more than just Medicare. Our reservation line is 630-320-6906. And here at the radio station, it's 847-931-1410. If you have any questions at all about Medicare, go ahead and give me a call. We'll go on the radio, and I'll answer it for you. And if it's something I can't answer, rest assured I will get back with you the right answer. But I highly doubt that I can't answer it. We do have some workshops coming up that I wanted to let you schedule some time. Monday, August 26th, it's 6:30. It's at the center of Elgin. And this is going to be a retirement Social Security seminar. Very important if you are planning on retiring or you're turning 65 and you want to know what some of the options are, or if you're a husband and wife and you want to know what's the best time to turn your Social Security on along with your husband's to get the most out of it, do call, schedule an appointment for that seminar. It's in the downtown of Elgin, the center. And it will start at 6:30 on the 26th. On the 27th, again, we are going to have a retirement seminar, Social Security, and that's going to be August 27th at the Schaumburg Park District at 301 North Springsgrove Road. That does start at 6:30 at the same time every evening when we have the evening reports, seminars. And Wednesday, the 28th, that's a retirement Social Security seminar again. That's going to be at the Westchester Public Library. Thursday, the 29th, that's our last seminar, and that's going to be at Lockport White Oaks Library, Lockport, Illinois branch. And so that's the 4 seminars that we have coming up. And it's very important if you are planning on retiring, or say you have a date in mind that you would like to kind of look at and know whether the time to turn your Social Security on is at the time you want to decide to retire, or do you want to wait and turn it on later in life? Especially if you're a married couple, there's all kinds of retirement, different programs that you can retire. Depends on what's best for you. Do not go turn your Social Security on until you had an opportunity at least to get a Social Security optimization, which we will provide for you free of charge, and that will give you a different stop-off points maybe you're deciding that, well, I'm going to retire at 65 or 62. How's that going to affect my Social Security? Well, we'll run that Social Security optimization for you, and it'll explain to the detail what it's going to cost you by the loss because you're retiring early. Or if you're 66 and you're at full retirement age and you decide, well, I'm going to turn it on and get the full retirement. But then you say, well, my wife, she's younger than I am. Maybe I should wait and hold off and turn on at 70, because every year that you wait, your Social Security will grow by 15%. So these are really important bits of information. If you're planning on retirement, don't miss one of those retirement seminars that we have. It's no charge, and it's about 45 minutes. Okay, now let's get started on Medicare today. All right, so I'm going to go through exactly what Medicare Part A and Part B, because a lot of people that are working and they're turning 65, and the question that I get a lot is, do I turn my Part A on at 65? And my answer to them is it won't pay anything, but it will get you in the system. Now, if you are enrolled into an HSA, then do not turn your Part A on, because then you will not be able to contribute to that HSA. So let's look at if you just have Part A, and I'm going to tell you what the requirements are. Okay, there's no premium for people that have worked 40 quarters and paid Medicare taxes all during that time. So there's no cost for your Part A. Eligibility prior to age 65 for some people. An example would be disability, end-stage renal disease. You can get Medicare earlier by having some of the prior or the disabilities. Will pay a premium? Yes, you will pay a premium for if you worked less than 40 quarters. That's 10 years of Medicare-covered retirement. But you can still get Part A, but it is an expense. Now, let's say you're married and your spouse qualified for Part A. You, as a married couple, the other spouse that was not qualified, can still get Medicare Part A because it's designed to work for couples. Now, just so that you know what Part A is what they pay. So it's for a semi-private room. It's your meals, general nursing, hospital services and supplies, all but 3 pints of blood. That's what Part A covers, okay? Now, let's say we look at Part A and we're talking coverage. Part A is a 60-day window. So let's just assume you go into the hospital on January 1. Okay, that's a 60-day window, and that cost of that is $1,632. But you can go in and out of the hospital during that 60-day window, and that deductible covers that. But if you happen to have to stay in the hospital more than 61 days, we really don't see that very often. But if it's 61 through 90, it's a $408 a day. 91 through 150 is $816 a day. But like I said before, I very seldom see anybody in the hospital for over 60 days. It doesn't happen that often. Now, remember I told you that's a 60-day window? So let's say in June you go back into the hospital. Well, that deductible holds the same. It's at $1,632. If you're the most unlucky person, and every 60 days you went into the hospital, you would be looking at a $1,632 deductible each time. But we really don't see that as often. Then we go into your Part B. Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's also cover skilled nursing care is a part of Part A. So let's say you go into the hospital and you have a knee replacement. Okay, and you go into the hospital and you stay 3 days. Medicare will pay the first 20 days of rehab. And that rehab is strictly designed to get you up and back to normal operations. So if you go beyond 20 days, it's 21 days through 100, there's a $204 charge per day. Okay, and anything after, remember that Medicare does not take care of long-term care. Medicare is strictly get you up and back to your normal daily operations. So that is a rehab system only. It is not made for long-term care. In that position, you would have to get a separate policy that you'd want to get. The younger you get it, of course, it's less expensive. But the long-term care is your option. The other option is if you become an award of the state. In other words, you qualify for Medicaid, and Medicaid takes over, and they will, whatever Social Security that you are collecting would go directly to the cost of your long-term care, and then you would have X amount of dollars for your personal items each month. Okay, let's look at Part B. Okay, Part B is optional. You don't have to take it. Part B is for doctors, diagnostic testing, anything to have to do with outpatient, ambulance services, durable equipment. All of that is a part of Part B. Now, there is an option if you do not enroll into Part B during your first, let's say you have credible coverage and you're 90 years old because you had insurance through an employer. That's credible coverage. You can be 90 years old before you turn your Medicare on. But let's assume that you're 66 years old, you're retiring, and now it's your chance to turn your Part B on. You have a 7-month window. 3 months prior to your retirement, you can get it, sign in, get everything ready. It would go into effect the day you retire or your 65th birthday. It's your option, and then 3 months afterwards. After that 3-month period, then what would happen is if you miss that, there is what we call a general retirement. General enrollment period is an IEP, and that is a 7-month window. If you miss that, there's a general enrollment, starts in January through March of each year. Coverage will be affected the month after you sign up. In Medicare, Part B, there's only a $240 deductible. Starts in January and ends in December and resets again in January. Medicare will pay 80%, and you're responsible for the other 20%. So that is the basis of your Medicare, Part A and Part B. And a lot of clients will go, well, yeah, but those are some huge holes in Medicare. How do I cover those? Well, you have a couple options. You can get a Medicare supplement, which would cover all of all of the deductibles and the copays. And the only thing that you would have to pay is a $240 deductible, and your monthly premium and everything else would be covered by Medicare. And I would say about 90% of the people out there, that is the one plan that they will choose will be the G plan and a Medicare supplement. Like I say, about 90% of my clients, that's what they choose to take. One of the reasons being is because you don't have any different networks. It's not a PPO. It's not an HMO. It's not anything like that. Familiar with what you had when the group plan. It's just Medicare, and you still stay in original Medicare. And when you go to the doctor or the hospital, you will show your Medicare card and then your Medicare supplement card that would work in conjunction with your Medicare. And at that point, if you have a Medicare card and your supplement, you can go to any doctor, any hospital in the United States that takes Medicare. So I know some of my clients go, well, Elgin's kind of cold in the winter, and we kind of like to go where it's a little warmer. If you're that type of person, then I do recommend that you take the supplement, because the supplement, you can travel anywhere in the United States and you are covered. You go anywhere and you go, well, I have a bad cold and I need to get some medication. You just you can do a local walk-in. It doesn't matter what state you're in, and Medicare will cover that. Of course, you'll have to pay the deductible if you haven't already covered that for the year. And then you would tie in your Part D is drug, and in the drug drug plans, you have two ways of getting the drug plan. And now, if you're going to go with the supplement, then you're going to need a standalone drug plan, a Part D. Okay, with that, it's a separate carrier. And what they look at is, in the supplement is basically your zip code in the plan for your Part D. They look at your zip code, and you have to reside in that zip code because there's certain companies that will provide services for that zip code. That doesn't mean that you have to buy your medication in that zip code. It's still good anywhere in the United States. It's just you can't buy a drug plan that is sold in Florida when you have a zip code in Illinois. Okay, see, that's not allowed. But other than that, you can go to any drugstore that is part of the Medicare program, and you have a couple options. You can go to a what we call a Part D preferred drug store, and that's where you're going to get your best value. Or you can get one that is what we would call, a lot of times if you're out of state, you would just get a primary drug plan or drug store that would be tied in with your Part D drugs. Okay, now, remember I told you about all the different charges, and you think to me, you go, Danny, well, how do I pay those charges? Those are pretty stiff charges. Well, like I said, if you have your Part A and Part B, you were eligible to take on a Medicare supplement plan. And a Medicare supplement plan, there's more than 50 carriers in this area, and they all have the exact same plan. So if you get a Plan G, basically, whether it's any company in the supplement, a Plan G is a Plan G. So if you talk to somebody and they say, oh, you got to get this company, ABC company, because it has the best Plan G out there. As far as your Plan G, there's the best one out there available to you. Well, I want you to think of your Plan G as a can of Coke, okay? Now, the department store, or the drug stores, or the grocery stores do not sell that can of Coke because they made it in the back room. They sell it because the Coca-Cola company delivered it to them to retail. And when they deliver it to retail, the drugstore or the grocery store prices that can of Coke accordingly. Well, I want you to think of that Medicare supplement the same way. Okay? That Medicare supplement is given to the drug companies. To the Medicare supplement companies to retail. Now, there's different costs. Some of them will be a little bit higher and some of them will be a little bit lower. But when you're looking at the Medicare supplement plans in this area, you're probably looking at about 5 or 6 different companies that are all going to be within $10 of each other. And now, again, it doesn't matter what plan you get. From each one of those companies, all the services are exactly the same. So let me give you an example. Okay, so if you chose the Plan G, okay? And remember I told you it was a $240 deductible? And you have the charge for the Part A rehab center. Okay, what happens in a Plan G? You would pay that $240 deductible. You could run up $1 million claim. The only thing you would pay out of pocket is $240 plus your monthly premium. If you were in the rehab center beyond that 20 days, 21 days to 100, everything is picked up by your supplement, any additional charges. Same way with all of those charges for your Part A deductibles, that's covered by your Medicare supplement plan. So a lot of times I will say to clients, if you want a plan that is where you don't have to pay co-pays on, you don't have to belong to certain PPOs, HMOs, you don't have to ask for certain doctors or specialists, then that plan you'd be looking at would be the Medicare supplement plan. Now, Plan F was available up until year 2020. Now, Plan F, the only difference between the Plan F and the Plan G is that $240 deductible. But what I can tell you, since they haven't been selling Plan F, and even if it's available to you, but if you enrolled into Medicare after 2020, it's not even available to you. But say you enrolled into Part A in 2018 or something like that, then the Plan F would still be available to you. But trust me, you don't want it. Because since 2020, no younger people have been put into that plan. So just exactly what has happened to some of the clients, I had a couple this month already that called me and says, Danny, one of your clients, we were talking and they were telling me what they were paying, and I come to find out I'm paying about $80 a month more. And so when I met with them, they had Plan F. Now, luckily, they didn't have any major health issues, and I was able to save them about $1,000 a year just by moving from Plan F to Plan G, because that Plan F, the cost of that plan on a monthly basis has risen considerably because, remember, they haven't put any young people in since 2020. And you know as well as I do, the way insurance works, the more money that is brought in versus the claims that goes out is reflected into your monthly premium. So obviously, if more premium or more charges are sent through that plan, that is then in it, which is brought in as far as premiums, then they have to raise premiums to accomplish their coverage that they need. So again, if you have Plan F today, and even if you do have some health issues, I can almost guarantee you there's plans out there that is in Plan G that can still save you money. And there's companies out there that don't even ask health questions. They take everybody or anybody. It doesn't matter what your health issues are. It goes by age and zip code. So if you are in a Plan F and you notice these charges have been quadrupling as far as your premiums are concerned, we need to get you out of that plan, because the difference between that, like I said, was that $240 annual deductible. And that's the only difference between a Plan F and a Plan G. So when you see all these things and you have an opportunity to really dig down into Medicare, there's a lot of options for you. Now, we're going to take a short break, and then I'm going to talk about Medicare supplements and how does that look as far as choosing your particular plan that you would like to get into. And really, when I'm going through this on the radio, it's just a small amount of the information than what we cover in our seminars. So don't miss our seminars, and we'll be back shortly.
Sounds great. You're listening to Medicare Made ABCDEZ on a Tuesday morning, the 6th of August. Brian Kilmeade next hour, and Sonar's got out to lunch coming up from noon to 2 today. More of Medicare Made ABCDEZ in just a moment on this overcast, cool summer day.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by member's choice. This institution is not federally insured.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
It's 9:42 here on Medicare Made A, B, C, D, Easy today, a Tuesday morning, and Danny's bringing us a lot of important information. It's some time for some more right now. Welcome back, Danny.
Hey, yes, and basically what I'm going to go through is we're on YouTube at WRMN Radio, and our website is ddgillyinsurance.com. Our reservation line is 630-320-6906. You can also dial that if you have any questions or if you want to actually register for any of the workshops. And I'm going to read off the workshops. Today you can actually call us at 847-931-1410. And the workshops that we have coming up is actually to do with our Social Security optimization workshops. So if you're planning on retirement, or you have looking at the possibilities of retirement, or you want to see how Social Security can work into your retirement plans, don't miss these seminars because they're very, very important. August 26th at 6:30, we're going to be right here at the center of Elgin. The start time, again, like I said, is at 6:30. When you go through our seminar, we're going to answer a lot of the questions, but then we're going to leave a lot of questions that you need answered because each couple or individual has different retirement plans. So obviously it's way too hard to cover everything in that amount of time, but we're going to give you the overview. And then when you come in to meet with us, we'll do a Social Security optimization, which basically it's designed for you. We find out what your goals are, and then we run that seminar, Social Security optimization program, given your dates that you're looking at. Say, well, I'm thinking about retiring at my full retirement age is 66 and 9 months. Okay, we'll run one for that date, but then we'll also run one. Well, what if you decide to work until you're 70? And then we'll run one. Well, what if you decide that you lost your job at 65 and now you have to turn it on early? So we have different step-off points, and we give that to you. And obviously, you can take it to Social Security and point exactly what you want, and they'll know exactly what you need. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out. Also, on the 27th, that Social Security Core Retirement Seminar is going to be at Schaumburg Park District at 301 North Springsgrove Road. Again, that's a 6:30 start time. Wednesday, the 28th, 6:30 start time, Westchester Public Library, and that's a retirement Social Security seminar. Thursday, the 29th, again, 6:30 start time. It's our Social Security retirement seminar. It's going to be at Lockport White Oak Library, the Lockport branch. Okay, that is our updated information for you. Now, I'm going to go back to, I told you when I came back I was going to talk a little bit about Medicare Advantage plans. Now, we're brokers, so what does that mean to you? It means that we carry everything in the area. So whether it be an Advantage plan, whether it's a supplement plan, a drug plan, it doesn't matter. We carry them all. And a lot of times they'll say, well, how do we know you're recommending the right one for us? Well, basically what we do is our job is to educate you. Once we educate you in the Medicare supplement and the Advantage plan, you will kind of know which direction you want to head. Our job isn't to push a different plan on you. Our job is to educate you so that you can make an intelligent decision as to which plan would best work for you. Now, what we're going to do when we meet with you, you won't remember everything that I went over today in this quick mini workshop, but we'll go over what the Medicare supplement, and then we'll also go over the Advantage plan, and basically you can decide which one works better for you. So just a little bit in the nutshell. In the supplement, you can go to any doctor, any hospital in the United States that takes Medicare, okay? And there is no copays. There's a deductible, $240 per year. And there's no out-of-pocket beyond that. And the supplement, that's the supplement. And the Advantage plan, we're looking at HMOs, HMO POSs, PPOs, PFFSs. You're going to see basically the HMOs and the PPOs here. Now, you have to choose what network or program. It's going to be a PPO. It's going to be an HMO. Is it going to be Humana? Is it going to be Aetna? Is it going to be whatever company that's available in this area? Then our job is to get the list of doctors that you are seeing currently. We go in and we look to see if those doctors are in that particular network. And now they're all gauged by their ability as far as the best out of each one of those by a star rating. So we'll go through those star ratings for you, and then we'll go through which plan would best suit you because all of your doctors are in that plan. And then you go, well, here's the hospital that I want to, if I have any elective surgeries done, I want to have it done at this hospital. And so we will look to make sure that hospital's in place. Now, when you have an accident, believe me, the ambulance driver's not going to look through your wallet to find out what plan that you have as far as your Advantage plan. Now, in a supplement, it makes no difference, but in the Advantage plans, it does. So, but they're not going to look at your wallet to find out. They're going to take you to the closest hospital, get you stabilized. In that particular case, that is still covered because that's an emergency. Once you're stabilized, then they would move you to your hospital in your plan, okay? Now, the hospital Advantage plan has also co-pays and co-shares. Okay, give you an example. If you go into a hospital or into the regular doctor, your PCP doctor, and most of the plans in the Elgin area, there is no charge for your PPO, for your PCP doctor on the HMO or the PPO, okay? Now, there is what we have shared expense. So because the majority of these plans in the Elgin area, there is no charge for that plan. You do have to have Part A and Part B, but they don't charge you a fee to be in this plan. The reason being is because it's a copay shared expense plan. In other words, you go to a specialist, there may be a $50, $40 copay. Say you have some diagnostic work done, and the diagnostic work is not part of the preventive services, then there would be a copay for that particular surgery or that particular diagnostic testing. It could be X-ray, could be an MRI, any of those things. Then you would pay a copay. If you have an ambulance service, you would pay a copay. Now, there is not a deductible in the Advantage plan, but they have the copays. And if you stay in network under an HMO, I can tell you if you go outside of a network, you don't have any coverage at all. So in an HMO, you want to make sure that you go to your network doctors and hospitals. If it is a PPO, they will have in-network and out-of-network doctors. Okay, so if you go in-network, the copays are a lot less. In other words, if you go outside of network, we can see some of those copays doubling in cost. Okay, now we also look at in the Advantage side, they have a maximum out of pocket. So let's say you looked at all of these copays that you paid for the year, and you reached your maximum out of pocket. It can be anywhere from $300 to $4,500 a year. But say you reached that maximum out of pocket, well, then it would cover 100% thereafter. Now, also in the Medicare Advantage plan, it ties your prescription drug plan in with it. And so you don't need a separate drug plan. So if you have the Advantage plan, then you can put your Medicare card away. And of course, you would not have a supplement card because you're on an Advantage plan. And if you go to the hospital or the doctor or to the drugstore, you would show that one card. Now, when you ask me, a lot of my clients will say, well, Danny, which is the best one? I go, well, we're going to educate you, and then you're going to tell me which one you want, because we're going to tell you exactly the premiums, costs, the share expense, what doctors and hospitals are in those networks, your prescription benefit, what that covers between the two plans. When it breaks down to dollars and cents, it's kind of easy for you to figure out which one you want. Now, for instance, in the Advantage side, let's say you were diagnosed with cancer, and then you're going to have radiology and you're going to have chemotherapy. You're going to max that plan out, I can almost guarantee you, because you pay 20% of the cost for each one of those, for that particular cost. And what I do see is if you have anything major like that, chances are you're going to max that plan out. So it's important. Let's kind of look at what your health is at this present time and kind of see what you have been paying in the past, especially if you're in a group plan, what that was costing you, and then kind of look at, what's going to be your best option going forward. And then, of course, during the annual enrollment period, which is October 15th through December 7th, that's when we can change your Advantage plans and say maybe your doctor left your Advantage plan and now you need to look for different doctors. Well, that's when you do that. And if you're in a supplement, we look at your drug plan during that October 15th through December 7th, and we make sure that you're on that right drug plan. Because every year, your drug plans can possibly change, especially if you go to the doctor in the middle of the year and they change your medication for some reason. Well, that means during that open enrollment, October 15th through December 7th, we need to make sure that we've updated all of your medications and we have the new plan in place before December 7th, so 2025, we're ready to go. Now, I know that some of the people ask, what happens is there a charge for our services? Believe it or not, there is no charge for our services. It's absolutely free, so it is better off for you to get the direction from us at the beginning and then as each year going forward. Well, that's the end of our show. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you the first Tuesday in September.
All right, Danny, thanks a lot. 8:55, make that 9:55. You're at WRMN AM 1410. And WRMN Radio on YouTube. Coming up next, it's the Brian Kilmeade Show. Keep it right here. And Sonar's got out to lunch this afternoon for you at noon. So listen in from noon to 2. Democracy Now! 2 to 3. And then later on this afternoon from 3 until 6, Matt's got the show for you. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with the first shift from 6 until 10. And Larry Jones joins me from 7 until 9. So keep it right here on WRMN AM 1410. WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Okay, buddy.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer Lake House offers